Yes, except more than once on Steam, I've seen Moving Target is now playing Dinkum, as in it figured out that you had picked it up.
Sometimes I shut down my computer, or I put it in sleep mode.
And then you
I choose not to believe you because that keeps me on the moral high ground.
That's fair. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I do play it sometimes.
None of this makes sense, even if whether you're lying or telling the truth. None of it.
Yes.
The downtown is 24/7.
Friends.
If you have 20 minutes sometimes, you can go there.
Friends. Hey, Trips.
So,
Hey, Mad Claw.
hey, Matt Claw, you should watch a pre-show. Very illuminating.
Says very mean things about you.
So many lies.
I said no things about you. I stuck up for you, and Brayden
But you're either
was
an
hating
eater.
on you. Watch the pre-show, you'll see it.
Absolute failure of your deception.
Oh, it does say beans.
Oh.
Well, that's more accurate, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Beans!
Sorry, I'm
Death Side?
watching from across the thing.
I can't read
It's
it
about perfect.
Oh.
So
My eyes
I can read most of it, except for some of it is a little. Hi, Sinan.
Hi,
Hey,
Sinan.
I've got it.
She gave me
coming in.
peppers.
She gave you peppers.
Yes.
She brings a lot of good food to this house.
she does.
I appreciate that.
Oh, seems like Shane is elsewhere.
He is distinctly different.
It does, yeah. Yeah.
So we're the difference between a good camera and a bad camera, and
They locked me in the basement. Please help.
Look, I didn't invest in the top tier security equipment for James. So,
I cannot
sound
explain
is off.
how tempted
Oh,
I
thank you.
was to just throw one of these dice at you to prove that you're sitting at the table.
My hope would be you would miss, and I would just be able to just slightly just
They
watch
were-
it go
they
over
were
the
very
shoulder.
Could go either way.
Yep.
Yes. It's like, what, 8 feet? Yeah, I got about a 4-foot margin of error there.
Yeah, just sideways.
Shane facts!
Shane fact has been redeemed.
Ooh.
someone has demanded a shame fact.
It is
That
in
someone is
constant
Mad Claw.
Oh, that makes sense.
Hummus is not a bad one to make.
I said they were delicious. Thank you for the peppers. I enjoyed them very much. They were very fragrant and good.
So, Shane fact, the North American skinwalker in mythology is the most misunderstood cryptid because it's actually not a cryptid. From the novel tradition, they were medicine men who were crazy enough that even their own people kind of hated them. Think of it as like black magic and witches.
Right.
Huh.
You only
I
went
don't
and saw
know
those
how
men
does
if
it
you.
make them a cryptid. I mean, people are animals too.
They can't shapeshift.
Oh,
That's not a thing. They wear like furs and walk around in the desert, but they don't like turn into walking dogs.
I mean,
or coyotes.
Black
I've
ones
met a
wouldn't
couple of
hurt
people
you,
who I
but they
classify as
couldn't.
cryptids. I don't think being a person inherently disqualifies you.
A cryptid's an unknown or unproven creature, so yes, by inherent definition, it does. Unless you got some weird anatomy going on.
I mean,
Can you grow a second spine? That'd make you a cryptid.
I can't.
I think
Can't
you
speak for all
could.
humanity.
We won't know until we give you proper radiation treatments.
Pretty sure Palo would be a good answer to that one.
So they're a skinwalker or shapeshifter, not the same thing. Wendigo, not the same thing.
Noted.
Wendigo, not the same thing as a
Yep, often used synonymously, but not the same thing.
not the same thing as a what?
It's a skinwalker.
Oh, no. Yeah. Totally separate.
Thank you for the mushrooms, by the way.
Were they good? You liked them? They worked out well? They did actually go well with the peppers, which I used.
No, I'm good.
Cannibals. Exactly.
When it goes
Cannibalism.
back to when you commit cannibalism.
Very different.
Trying to think, there was
Yeah, the movie Ravenous is about that. One of my favorites.
It was a good movie.
that was weird. I still don't know. Like,
It is the single most divisive movie from fans and non-fans I've ever seen.
I think at this
And I
point,
still haven't gotten the movie buffs at work to watch it.
All good, Chai. It's
But in
welcome.
fairness, apparently it's really hard to find.
Oh, you're dehydrating them. That's smart. There was so
that?
many.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Giant Smoke.
I've also never.
okay. Hello.
it doesn't.
He came by on Tuesday as well.
I can
Okay.
rarely make a prediction on whether or not someone will like that movie because there are dark humor people who hate it and they were like, straight-laced people who end up finding it hilarious.
Mm.
I feel pretty safe in saying you'd be in my camp with loving it. But it's the weirdest movie, because, like, Ravenous, people who hate it swear the genre is historical drama. And the people who love it swear it's black comedy. Like, dark comedy.
That's a real weird
Oh,
divide.
Yeah.
No, I see it as both.
It's all about how you interpret it.
Yeah,
Mm.
I
And the
liked
people
it
who
on both
found it
ends.
funny love it, and the people who don't wonder what the hell we're on. And I've only met one or two people who were kind of indifferent or didn't have an opinion on it.
I was that one.
Steve is.
It also used to have the best Wikipedia page because it had 3 different directors through shooting because it was a trebled shoot,
Mhm.
and it featured a section where the directors and the actors in the movie were arguing over which genre it was. So they're in this movie acting the same movie, and they argue over what genre the movie was, which explains so much.
I'm sorry, but
Beautiful.
the scene where the guy's just looking at him and he goes, "Run." Yeah, exactly. Run.
Oh, and the best creepy soundtrack ever.
Yeah.
That soundtrack ever. Yeah. Oh, so good.
See, I'm
Steve doesn't like
undecided,
peppers either.
but
I should send you a picture. We ended up with a little tomato plant growing in our backyard. Just one that, I don't know, some possum or raccoon must have shit out a seed or something. And it's actually started to make little tomatoes, so I think it's going to come in before the end of the year. It's making a lot of tomatoes since the sun is starting to go lower. It's just shooting those fuckers out, but they're not ripe yet, so can't tell you if they're going to be big or not. Tomatoes.
with Ravenous, I watched it once. I think I was in high school still, and
Yeah, John probably showed it to you.
yeah, and I'm one of the ones where I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? It's not bad. It's not great. And I see some humor in it, but what the fuck just happened?
Well,
in
it
that
started
movie?
off as a historical
but
drama piece, and then it flips.
Yes.
All of a sudden, in a great way.
and I don't know now if I want to go back and watch it again.
Oh, you should.
You should.
It's
I probably should, but that will definitely be a me watching by myself.
it's on.
Oh, yeah, that's not a Heather or a kids movie.
No, not at all.
My kids would appreciate it. I'm not gonna
I don't know whether that says more about you or your kids.
me.
I mean, the
Now,
introduction.
if you're honest.
The introduction. So when he's introducing the new guy or people, this is our pastor. This is so and so. This is so and so, and here's so and so. It shows him in the river. He's a real soldier. We all try to avoid him. He's just like,
The
yeah,
movie is Ravenous.
Raven.
Ravenous.
Ooh, that's a Kronos. Hello.
He was from the very late '90s or very early 2000s.
I have tomato.
Yeah,
Envy.
Who's the
Envy.
one
Oh,
famous
yes.
actor in it? The British.
You did not show me the tomato bramble,
It stars the is it Carlisle?
but you
The,
can send pictures.
the guy who plays Bigsby in Train Spotted.
Oh, yeah.
My mind's blanking on his name.
It's okay. Midstream, it'll come back.
Yeah, exactly. We're in the middle of a plot point.
Speaking of, I'll take a moment to kind of quickly recap where we are if you're just joining us for the first time here.
Trident.
Hey, Trident.
I tried.
So,
Don't worry.
Shane
That's
is
good.
running us through
Wanna start
a
off?
pseudo over the edge RPG where we are playing ourselves. We have been warped to a cruise ship and have become D&D races while still being ourselves. Oh, and the
I'm a
cruise ship
wizard.
happens to be a ship on its maiden voyage in the northern seas. It may or may not be the Titanic. It's totally the Titanic.
With a fighting arena in it.
Apparently.
Yeah, two, you're getting prepped for that.
Two of them are being prepped for a fighting
I
arena.
am prepped for that.
And
I'm prepped for it.
We've figured
I'm
out that
biting.
this ship is going.
And I have
to
a
the
broken
bottom,
bottle.
and we have to try to.
fix it.
We're assuming that we have to find some way for it to not do that. It's a good assumption considering that Chaos
Oh,
changed
fair enough.
us as a team
Ooh,
building exercise.
that's
Never let go, Jack. You're my
Oh.
flotation device.
that sounds like a terrible end to your day. And somebody's day is definitely not good.
On the plus side, at least they had those sirens to show you exactly in their position as you weave through them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at right now. There are apparently chains from infinite universes, and one of them has decided that we needed a team building exercise. So this is it.
Don't sink. We're gonna sink.
We haven't figured out if it's.
I might sink it before they get to the iceberg.
We're at
No
this.
lights
We're
on.
kind of at the
Oh.
point where
That sucks. Sorry, Kronos.
we're trying to determine whether the team building exercises don't let the idiots die or don't let the Titanic sink.
Or don't be on the boat when it sinks. Or make sure you're one of the idiots on the lifeboat when it does.
Yeah, you have a lot of options.
We do.
Or maybe the point is to
Are we
perfectly
doing?
recreate
Are we doing the
the
Oreo
Oh,
challenges?
we also have a bunch
Sour
of
Patch Oreos?
mystery Oreos.
I'm on a diet.
Well, so am I.
Yeah, no,
We are
you're not.
These Oreos
Mr.
are not
Guy gained
scary.
15
They're
pounds.
just terrible.
13. It's only 13 pounds. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm
They
assuming
smell
you have,
good.
I'm assuming you have 2 more work
They
days.
smell like Sour Patch Kids.
I'm assuming you
This
guys.
is not what an Oreo should smell like.
It smells like a Sour Patch Kid. I'll go first.
I'm weirded out.
Sour Patch. These are from Almighty Falca. Yes, it is snack time.
Yes, we're trying these Sour Patch Oreos. Like, we've gotten several different varieties of the new crazy ones.
And I posted for
But
those in
what
the
it's-
Discord to see.
It's okay. I've eaten worse things.
I mean, the plus side, Maclaw,
It's much less sour than a Sour Patch.
Phil is also in the arena, so if he rolls bad enough, he may inadvertently kill Callahan.
Would be real funny.
Oh, there I got a piece. Ooh.
It's like they kind of leaned into almost a fruitcake.
It's lemony.
angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fruitcake.
Yeah, I was trying to put my finger on it. I was like, this is fruitcake.
Your face is the worst thing. Maclaw gets me.
Mine's telling me no. My body's telling me yes.
I actually like the filling on
Oh.
these. I'm not a fan of the cookies themselves.
Magic Moose
I
Moo.
kind of have the opposite
Moo!
reaction.
Moo!
It's definitely disappointing, and I think the cookies being fruitcake is actually the highlight.
I'm not really a fan of like super intense sour, so this is kind of at a good level for me.
No. It's much,
But
Oh, was sour?
it is much less
No,
sour than a
there's
Sour
really
Patch
not.
Kid.
there is enough for you to be aware that someone meant this to be sour.
New Dice Lord hero is Headless
I don't
Horseman.
believe you.
I saw that.
Interesting.
I saw that. They're doing Outcasts, and so I'm really hoping this isn't just a Halloween gimmick that they're throwing at least 4. There'll be 8 at the finish. They're gonna make another big box.
Do you want one of the Coca-Cola Oreos?
I'll try one of the Coca-Cola ones.
Uh-huh, yeah. What happened to your diet?
Well, I still have 700 calories left in the day.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Because I was
He
trying
just didn't want to try
Yeah.
this.
He didn't want to waste on a Sour Patch Kid one. Well,
exactly.
I
700
can't blame him.
calories.
Yeah, they're distinctly.
How much I have left after this?
Well,
140.
there's only 70 calories per cookie.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah.
That's over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we haven't gotten any.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is a disturbingly weird smell from an Oreo.
That was how I felt about the Sour Patch ones.
Hey.
Hmm.
Oh, these kind of stink.
Yeah.
These smell bad.
They smell like toothpaste.
They-
So second take on the Sour Patch.
Your
was not
toothpaste is turned. This is.
Oh,
This does
Like it's
not
like you
smell
get,
good.
it's like you have
Oh,
a base of toothpaste if it was carbonated, because you get the carbonation
I
stuff.
can, yeah, I can smell
Actually-
carbonation.
Carbonated toothpaste is what I would put the taste down at for these.
I swear
These
to
are
fuck,
from-
my mom has a pillow that smells like this.
Oh,
Oh
One of
god.
those little like
Throw pillows.
no, it's like a little
Oh.
filled with beans that you put like essential oils into.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not great. Oh.
Okay. Yeah. It smells like Coke. That
Honestly, 4 out of 10.
you know what?
no.
It smells like
I'm
a
giving it
Coke
3
in a
and a
plastic
half.
bottle.
I'm
Or
gi-
feels too nice.
I'm
Sour
giving it
Patch Kids
a-
were
a
too.
three.
The Sour Patch Kids were definitely better than the Coke ones.
Oh yeah, the Sour Patch Kids were a solid 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maclaw's just
But
being
that's
mean
because I
now.
think they nailed the fruitcake side without meaning to.
Yeah.
I think it was
Oh.
accidentally something that wound up at 6.
It has a Coke
I put it at a
aftertaste.
5, but I think that's more
Ugh.
personal than not.
Yeah, and I would
Objective
understand a 5. The Coke ones are bad. They're very bad.
The after texture is like toothpaste too.
Yeah. It's
There's
just
like little
dissolves.
punchy crystals in the fucking stuff. What the hell?
There are so many
There's
ways.
pop rocks in there.
There are so many ways you could have
Don't
made
eat your
those
mom's
work.
pillow plate
It
with
is
your- That's good advice.
Get uglier, but it did.
That's
Have you ever?
devil be gone.
Oh, Shopee Kit Kat.
I gotta be honest. One of the big reasons I want to go to Japan is try like the 100 different flavors of Kit Kat they have.
Yeah, that's valid. I've tried several. They're all very
Pumpkin spice.
They taste carbonated, but so good. No, I refuse.
Oh, I need a palate cleanser. I need water.
Yeah, that's
Oh. Yeah, those are less than ideal.
Like I was worried the smell would ruin what could be a decent taste, and I was like, oh no, the smell was actually a warning.
yeah, it was a warning on these. Like
Yeah, I
those
mean,
are terrible.
I eat those, but only if I was like not paying attention
Like-
and just munching on them while gaming or something.
And then after like a bite, you would know.
I was gonna say, I mean,
I tried
I would put
Jedi
those
Oreos with the
on the nicer end of the jank candy canes that we ate.
I'm
a couple
gonna give-
Christmases
I'm
ago.
gonna give those Oreos. I'm giving the Coke Oreos a 2.
I had never heard of the Jedi Oreos, but that's
pumpkin
interesting.
spice. You mean not?
Oh yeah, there are Star Wars ones kicking around.
Uh,
I don't know what they taste like.
Thanksgiving
Smoking
meal
hats on the
candy
crystals,
corn.
apparently.
I'm good on the candy corn.
Candy corn, I can say from
Ooh,
horrifying experience,
Yes,
do not
oh.
take savory well.
I need something better.
It doesn't smell great. It smells better than the Coca-Cola.
Smells like a fall.
Would you like
candy.
to try that?
Yeah, it does. This smells
It
like a
even has
It
the
candy.
actually
waxy-
smells okay.
I mean, I
This
can't
smells
rant
like a
against
candle.
pumpkin spice and then give in to it.
Yeah, that's fair. These smell fine.
Honestly, kind of gingerbread.
What is wrong
Yeah.
with your nose?
I have a good sense of smell.
Beg to differ.
Eat gingerbread cookies and be happy, my dude.
I was gonna say, if you're talking to me, I broke it while chair racing in the office. I thought it reset pretty nicely.
Honestly, I'd put these at like a 7.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you sure almost like pie filling. It's like a bad pumpkin pie, but I sure like pumpkin pie. It's way better than the Coke or than
Yep.
the.
Yeah, Magic was we're doing the second part of, well, not necessarily D&D, but
It kind of tastes like
kind of
carrot
an
cake
over the edge,
in a weird way.
crazy,
What?
ongoing
Carrot cake.
series of one shots we've had.
Like this is solid. Like those,
I
Actually,
genuinely
it's
buy these
okay.
ones.
I
You know what?
like the Sour
probably
Patch
buy
Kids.
these on purpose.
The Sour
These-
Patch Kids ones were the better of all three.
I don't
These-
agree.
So
I think they're
different-
fine. I think they're slightly under these.
These
Mostly
taste like.
because-
Sorry. These taste like pumpkin bars.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yes.
That would be
nailed
the.
it.
That would be the.
That's
thing.
what it is.
It's a pumpkin bar.
The
Yes,
more I'm
like
getting the
those-
aftertaste, yes, that's
Yeah,
what
like the
it
ones
is.
that you buy
Yeah.
in like those plastic packages.
It's somewhere
throw all
between a
together.
cake and a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pumpkin bars.
Like if you took a pumpkin bar and you just compressed it into 2 wafers and then filled it with whatever stuff they've got on top. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's cream cheese filling, that's, or frosting. But yeah, I think that's accurate. That's what it is.
I'm down for that.
Yeah,
But
I would buy those on purpose.
but-
The other two,
Mm.
I would buy the Sour Patch ones on purpose if I had a hankering for fruitcake.
Yeah. I mean, I'd eat them if they were free.
And if I ever see any of the Coke flavored Oreos in the wild ever again, I will set them on fire.
They're so
Run away.
bad. Who brought those? Did you? You bought those? That's a shame, man.
Mm-hmm. The ones that you didn't
You
bring were
not-
brought by him.
Do you not look at our Discord?
Oh, I blocked you.
That makes sense.
Good choice. Good choice.
Pink lemonade or grapefruit jam?
Thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is I think raspberry lemonade.
Good choice.
They didn't have a whole lot of options. I usually get peach because the acid melts the top of my tongue after drinking this much. But didn't run down to a full store this time. It's good.
Oh, hey, my hiccup stopped.
Hey, congratulations. Didn't know you were doing
It only took a disgusting Oreo to do it.
I was gonna say, if the cure for hiccups is Coca-Cola Oreos,
I'd rather have the hiccups.
I'll take the hiccups. That's,
that. I
That is
would
totally
love
fair.
to force feed you Coca-Cola.
no.
I'm just gonna start
Apparently
making
they
them
cure
into
your
things.
hiccups.
He does projectile vomit when he's not feeling well.
Yeah,
I think.
And
that
keep in mind
guy
how much he
will
eats, so that is a lot
it
coming
is a lot of
And
projectiles.
I
I
am
will
not
sneak it
cleaning-
into things when he is not at my house.
I am not cleaning the studio.
I
after
mean,
that.
I wasn't near vomiting. I did not enjoy it, and I tried a second one just to be sure.
I did not, because I will try anything twice except those.
It was
my
it's
mouth
not
still
good.
tastes like toothpaste.
Right? It's just how.
I would like drink half a glass of cherry Pepsi and still tastes like toothpaste.
Cure for hiccups.
actually the cure for hiccups that actually does work.
Just go ahead and break the table, break the chair,
Is the
replacement.
spoonful of peanut
Yeah,
butter.
do whatever. Yeah.
If you ever get the hiccups, just take a spoonful of peanut butter and you just eat it. Like, don't suck on the spoon or anything like that. Just put it in your mouth and try to eat it.
What if you
Your
hiccup and
head
choke
will
on it?
Stop.
Then clearly you're not strong enough to live.
That one.
You know what the actual worst is when you have the hiccups?
Your face.
Burping.
Oh yeah, hickama burps.
Oh
yeah,
god.
they're not great.
Where you start burping and you hit a hiccup in the middle, you're just like, oh
yeah,
god.
it gets caught right there. You're
I
just like,
like where I'm coming from. I'll raise you sneezing
yeah, I've done all three.
simultaneously.
Yeah, it hurts so bad.
That sounds horrible.
It hurts so bad.
And
How old
not
are
fun.
you?
I might have farted at the same time too. I'm not sure.
Actually, the farting one makes me terrified when you sneeze and fart at the same time. Because it's just so violent and hurts. New Callahan TikTok trend is news with
I will raise you laughing while drinking soda, and the carbonated goes up through your sinuses and out the nose.
that hurts.
That's a burning you do not fucking forget.
It's
Yeah.
horrible. It's not as bad as doing various involuntary actions while hiccuping.
Yeah, it's
It hurts. All of that actually just hurts.
Yeah, it's all. I think we can agree that it's all universal.
Coca-Cola. Oreos don't burp well.
You don't say.
I'm shocked.
Would
No, wait,
never
that
have
other
thought.
one.
Your sneeze sounded like a fart. Really? That's weird. Yes, that. All of that.
But your breath smells the same.
Okay, so do you remember exactly where you all were on the ship the last time?
I was getting
Ready for a
corralled
knife fight.
into a
You went willingly.
a bottle fight. Well, I can't get out of it.
You stayed in jail. I almost stayed in jail.
I remember we were working our way toward the front of the ship to go deal with.
You were in Nate's suite.
No, we were not. We had gone up to the top deck.
Yeah, we were working toward going.
You were still in Nate's suite. Because we ended with a knock on the door.
Oh yeah.
Man speaketh the truth.
I forgot about that. We were going to do that, and there was a knock at the
You were
door.
hoping I'd
Yes.
forget, yes.
I like to dream. Okay.
I appreciate the effort. So, let's start with that. And I will remind the chat that I pretty much am always bribable and
Ooh.
have random lists in my folder here. So, if someone wants to donate, I'll have Brain keep an eye on that and pick a number between 1 and 12, and we'll see what happens. Or I can just screw with them as it is.
As a
Either way.
reminder, we are on the over the edge system, so our dice rolls will only be using 2d6. The rest of it's just going to be role play. And Shane might periodically make us re-roll a d6 because he can do that.
We're separate.
And 3s are bad, 4s are good, and the only rolls I cannot make them re-roll are 2 3s or 2 4s. Good. So alrighty, hey, you two just found out that you were on the Titanic cruise.
Yeah.
So that was a nice little TV announcement that you got off the wall. Or arguing over whether or not Shane, in Chaos God form or whatever, was still a history buff.
We gotta stretch and hydrate.
Ooh, stretching's a hydrant.
Right off the bat, dang.
Oh, got the belly. I should have
Stretch is a thing now?
Yeah.
Since when?
You've been gone.
I mean, I've been gone.
Actually, more than a month ago. That got added in when I was playing.
When you were there in the chair for 6 hours straight.
Well, it was something someone who came by suggested, and I realized it was a really good suggestion. So
That does feel good. What happened to the voice bot redeem? Might be broke.
The voice bot redeem only works on donations.
Bits.
Yeah,
Give us money.
the voice bot redeem has always only worked on it.
To the point where it's kind of weird when someone other than Falker does it. Like, I think of it as Falker's voice.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway, so there's a knock on your cabin door.
It's not in the bid options, he says.
It happens automatically. As long as you donate at least 100 bits. Like it always has.
See.
Beautiful. So, I'm going to go up to the door and have a look at who's outside by the people.
Okay. You see what looks like a fairly attractive woman in a very neatly cut dress suit, red blazer top, who otherwise seems to have her hands crossed like this and is just kind of looking expectantly at the door.
No uniform or anything indicating ship staff?
Doesn't appear so.
Hmm.
Smell the trap. We're not there.
You're not there, Shut.
I mean, I don't think she's a trap. I think Shane's setting a trap. And I have concerns.
Would I do that?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, good to know you're not on drugs. So,
So yeah, I'll pull that door open.
okay.
Yes, hello.
Wow, I'm surprised that worked. So, hey, can we come in, please? And from each side of the room, two larger figures, very widely cut shoulders, in suits, just kind of appear behind her.
Hey,
One-
Brayden, hit the door.
One is a half orc, and one.
Please shoulder charge the door.
I go shoulder towards the door.
Okay. Roll for success. You will be going at -1. Well, which I'll cancel out because
Because I-
+1 because you're a Goliath.
Yeah.
Down 3.
Well,
Jerry.
let's re-roll at 5 and see what happens.
Or
Hey.
I'll take it.
Okay, so you succeed, but something bad happens. So when you're shoulder charging the door, what is your purpose? Are you just trying to clear the way? Or are you trying to slam it shut?
I assume I'm slamming it shut. Like I'm picking up the meaning that we do not want unwanted intrusion into the room. But we were willing to talk. We were even willing to talk to this person. But the entourage was a bit much.
Okay.
Yeah.
It did not give us the voice after he.
Oh,
Well, then Streamlabs is being screwy. I'm sorry.
I hear you.
Cheer 100. Having very hit hand in the face, the smellier the better.
I assume that's for you.
Ah, well, that wasn't a pick a number, but you know, whatever. Way to follow instructions, mod. But yeah, we can definitely work that in. He's gonna be in an arena after all.
Yeah, Streamlabs has been a little screwy lately.
We will have to fix that. Okay, so I think a reasonable thing is that the door definitely shuts and jams in there.
Hmm.
I think the bad thing that happens is there's a distinctive crack off the top hinge, so I mean it's a Goliath. So I think about the top half of your door, there's a clear line that it's still in place, but there's a clear structural breach in the door there.
I'm just going to take a moment, lock the door, because that seems like it will definitely be effective.
Click.
It sounds so loud now you're just standing there when you hear that click. It's one of those things where like everyone just hears the click. You can hear her sigh on the other side of the door. Like you can almost see the really look in her eyes despite being on the other side. And then again you hear
Yes, gotta help you.
hire goons.
Just a moment. Gotta get the place freshened up.
Red, it's for you.
Just a fucking. Do we have a fucking window in here? Do we have a balcony?
Well yeah, there's a balcony.
Yeah, we
you,
do.
you were on the patio earlier with the sliding door and everything.
Right.
You saw like other balconies for like the upper class people who went at least the Silver Watch and higher.
What's the over/under on being able to get onto one of those from ours?
No, I think you would have to go check that out to decide because you weren't really looking for an escape route at the time.
You know what? That's fair. Do I remember what our room number is?
knowing who they are.
You know, why not? I'll just let's just call it 117.
117. We got a little phone in here.
Probably.
It's kind of weird because it's like rotary, but in the wall.
While you're looking at that, I'm gonna start trying to use chill touch to reinforce our door with ice.
Roll me on that. Because you are doing an attack spell on the door.
Well, I'm trying to the opening for it.
Well, I know what you're trying to do, but let's see how
Based
that
on the
goes.
description of what happened when I fiddled with it before, it seems like a reasonable thing. It's a 7.
I think you know what's coming next. Let's try rerolling that 5, see how that goes.
You know, when you overuse a mechanic, it really loses its potency.
I mean, you say that, but everyone seemed to irritate last time.
In all fairness, there are like 2 mechanics.
So, you get a little bit of a seal, and then you get a section right above it that just kind of blasts out. So it's like the bottom part, it looks a little sealed with ice, and you actually hear like a like someone got hit with a bit of frost, and you see an eye kind of bend over and just kind of look in.
Well, I think you know what's going to happen since there's an eye looking in at that point. And they've announced themselves as hired goons.
Yeah.
This time will be much more intentional.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just roll not to fail. Or not to botch.
I didn't botch.
Cool, got an 8. But something bad happens.
Indeed.
Okay, so I think what happens is you definitely get the hit, and you hear the person just roaring in pain as you literally 3-stooged him with a chill death touch to the eye. I think the bad thing that happens is when he jerks initially, you know, sometimes you fall straight back, sometimes you go forward. I think he kind of does a side thing so his back hits the door, and it cracks a little bit more before he stumbles off to the side.
Absolute dick move. How rude of him.
Structural integrity of the door, not looking great right now.
In fairness, the structural integrity of the door wasn't looking great when we started, so
It wasn't.
the fact that it held up at all is, you know, we're playing with house money at this point.
While he is attempting to see off our visitors, I'm going to go over to the phone.
Okay.
Pick it up. Set the dial tone.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Is there a little booklet or maybe like a list of ship services?
Oh, yeah, there's a little panel here. It goes like room service.
Cool. I'm call
Plumbing.
security.
Okay. Go
Hired
for it.
goons.
And so, you know, and so they're hearing like, are you really making a phone call right now, Mr. Nathan? You hear from the other side of the door. Because they can hear the rotary as it's go.
I don't talk to cops.
You hear someone snicker on the other side, and the woman tell him to shut up. Hey, this is Titanic Security. How may I help you?
Hello. I'm in room 107.
Roll me your dice.
That's a 2 and a 2.
You know what? We're just gonna go ahead and keep that.
How kind of you.
Ah, go ahead.
We appear to have several goons outside of our door. Would you mind sending up security to see them off?
What'd you do to get goons after you?
Honestly, no idea.
I don't find that very believable.
They're goons in your VIP area, harassing your passengers.
Look, kid, I'm gonna find out who your parents are.
Titanic
And the
goons.
moment I do, you're gonna get such a whipping from your butler or your maid or whoever does discipline in that
Look,
snobby, uptight
motherfucker,
family.
if you're not getting security up here, you're
I
going
am
to have to get
I am
fire brigade
I
up
am
here. I
sorry,
am not
sir.
holding back
We do
against
not
goons.
take that type of verbal abuse. Not at the silver level. That was a gold level members only, and he hangs up.
Well, shit. Good news, we're burning the ship down. Hang up.
Whips are in bed. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Look, big guy, we just want the Dragon Ball.
I would appreciate it if you did not give them
I mean-
to me. I am not a peace offering.
I mean, Mork is not too
He
happy
is
with you
shines
right
not.
now, but
He's-
it doesn't matter as long as we get the job done.
Why do you want the Dragonborn?
Because you stole an artifact from us and we want it back. Nathan, would you like to search yourself for something again at a +1 this time? As
Check
you
the groin
have
area.
already had the impression that you may have missed something.
You know what? Since you're offering, I think I'll take you up. on
Chicken
Mhm.
sandwiches.
Hey, a 7, which is an 8.
it. Yeah,
I am so tempted to make you reroll at 6 because of how many times you failed last
it
time.
would be real fucking fun.
It would be, wouldn't it? It's too funny for me to pass up on. I feel bad about it, but the fact there's a 1 there. Let's see that happen.
Base on the giant tank.
Well,
Hey, 7. There you go. +1 saved you this
100
time.
messages today with the restream chat.
Look at that.
Nice. We got there early tonight.
Yeah.
We got the awesome community. We're enjoying watching you suffer. Remember that, Brayden.
I mean,
Anyway,
What the
I know
fuck
we,
did I
what our
see?
game likes.
you find a piece of paper in like a hidden pocket, and you know you searched that part of your vest like 6 times, so it's really aggravating. It's just there now.
Yeah.
To the point you're not completely sure that it did just appear later, because why wouldn't that be a thing at this point?
I'm not ruling it out.
I mean, why take responsibility? So
I
Anyhow.
mean, you're not. You're not.
exactly, exactly. See, you're learning. I appreciate that. And so you find a piece of paper and you unfold it, and it looks like an actual kind of like a blueprint of the Titanic, but not detailed. It is a very sketched out.
If you know
Here's the
where
rest-
you're going,
You know
can
where you're
find
going. Exactly. Almost kind of like, a 7th grader drawing a quick map to remember, okay, this way to the gym, this way to the buffet type
Yeah.
thing. And past the arena, there is a little red X with a circle. Looks like it's in the arena seating somewhere. You're guessing that might have something to do with this, because in the back of the message, in your handwriting, strangely enough, is recover and sell, watch out for goons. You don't have any memory of what exactly that would be.
So, for context, I would like you to know that I cannot read my own handwriting if I write it down too fast. I'm chicken scratch as all fuck. Given whatever situation prior to this would be, like however fast I'd be doing this, do you think I should make a roll to be able to read my own handwriting?
You know what? Let's do that, because this could be fun depending what you roll.
Absolutely.
I
fucking
appreciate the
hilarious.
honesty, by the way.
Wait,
Let's reroll at 5.
you're supposed to be able to read your own handwriting?
Generally speaking.
No, no, you can't.
I
Look
can.
at that. See, it works sometimes.
That's because you got greedy.
Yeah. But it was funny.
Thank you. It was funny. And that would have been real fucking funny if I couldn't read it.
Yeah.
So what would it say again?
And so it kind of goes, it's like, retrieve artifacts. You have like an X with a circle around it. It's kind of in the arena seating. And it says, watch out for goons. So you get the sense that it is your handwriting, so it's like something you're supposed to pick up or something you stashed away, but you were obviously hurried. You don't really have a memory of what exactly that was or why.
I'm just gonna stand there for a minute wondering, did this motherfucker delete a variant of me to put me in this fucking situation?
It's more that he probably traded places.
The
Oh,
other
that's
guy's
all.
running rampart over. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Both of you roll me a luck roll. We're going to take the lowest roll.
Well, it's gonna be Nathan's.
Not necessarily. Yeah. You
You know what? Fair enough.
A 4 with a 3.
Yeah, no. that's
God, I
bad.
kind of like that.
4s are good, right?
It's fit by.
Only
mean,
when they're on the
Only
one
when on the
dice.
same die.
Unfortunate. Fours are great, but math is evil.
I see.
So, yep. At that point, you hear a hammering on the door, and I would say that a good chunk moves there. Like the bad thing is that more damage is done to the door than you expect, because they're sturdy made. Even with the damage, you expected to hold up to like
Sorry, Sid.
10 or 12 shoulders.
Hmm.
And this person, possibly angry from the poked out eye, really put their shoulder into this, and you figure you don't got too many more. You're kind of at the point you kind of have to make a snap decision on action, whether it's going to the patio or reaching the bedroom or doing whatever you think you're going to need to do.
Oh. Sorry, Sid. That
Yeah.
was terrible.
Oof.
That is a mood.
Uh-huh.
Yee.
What you do?
I mean, I'll back your play.
You search the room, I'll check the patio. Yank the sheets off the fucking beds just in case. We might need a fucking rope here. Let me know if the door comes down.
I will start tying the sheets into a rope rather than following the first of the instructions.
I'm heading out from patio to see how getting to other places
Okay.
might work.
You have two options. You're kind of looking around. Going up is not likely to work. You think with a little bit of a running jump, you have a fair to good chance of making the next one over. If you want to tie a rope and go down, assuming the rope held, you have 2 more rows that you could conceivably hit before you be getting really shaky with dropping into the ocean.
Okay, are these vertically stacked or are they kind of stacked?
They're a little bit staggered. They're mostly vertical, though. So there might be a little bit to the side or a little bit here. But you
Okay.
get this, for the most part, they're like this. It's not necessarily a perfect setup,
Yeah, so
which kind of convenient for you that they're a little bit staggered.
yeah,
But it's not like an easy step down Mario type thing.
yeah, you're gonna have to finagle a little.
Yeah.
How far down to the next floor?
If you're dropping down, you would say it's about 15 to 16 feet.
Okay, yeah, gonna want some sheets for that, even if it doesn't. Head back into the room. See that he is tying sheets.
You know how to tie sheets together. I'm not going to make you roll for that.
Thank you.
Besides, you're in silver class, so they're obviously high thread sheets. So
It's actually a little easier.
these are actually, yeah, these are going to be decent, reasonable ropes.
I'm gonna start opening drawers and shit.
Okay, well, you
Apparently, this motherfucker who used to be here was pulling some stuff, and I don't think that leather armor and a table leg with nails is all he fucking had. All right, we can drop down. It's about 14 to 16 feet. We can probably make it to the next one over with a running jump.
Okay. You should probably go first. I'm heavier.
Good point.
Yeah, the numbers he puts up don't worry you now that you're in Goliath.
Yeah.
You're feeling fairly confident.
I will spend basically like 10 seconds yanking open drawers, looking for anything that looks, oh, this might be useful, and then just grabbing it and not fucking off.
Okay, make roll your 2
Count
dice
it.
and let me know what the total
Eating
roll
more
is.
cookies will help you solve geometry puzzles.
Oh, eat some cookies,
6 and a
huh?
4.
Okay, yeah, that is solid.
I don't know. I already feel
6 and
bad.
a 4. 6 and a 4.
So you find, do you know those old theater masks that kind of like
They asked for it.
the classic ones kind of curved back and you have like the creepily big face if you're smiling or frowning?
Yeah, the Greek chorus man.
Yes,
Take
thank
one
you.
more if
You
can.
have one that has a smiling face, and when you kind of look at it, the eyes seem to flicker with a little bit of blue arcane magic when you touch it, and then they go out. But you get the sense this might be useful when you have a little bit more time to study it.
All right. Test subject. I know where 2 of them are, so we'll see how that goes. Anything else about the only obviously useful?
Do it.
Well, let's see if Brain can assist you with any good luck.
We don't know I won't.
Which is why I want you to roll for it.
I don't want to roll for it. I think we got this.
Finish it if you started.
Yeah, 7. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Big
4 to
balance.
3.
Yeah. Cancels out. Yeah, you, Well, thank you for taking one for the team
If
there.
you combine them, maybe they will taste better.
Sour enough. Slave to work it.
No,
Volker says,
I think it would
absolutely
be
not.
worse with milk. I think all of those would be significantly worse. with milk.
Volker says
All
he
would be-
slaved over a kitchen
I don't know.
pantry
I
to
think
get
that
you.
the bottom
That's why-
one would be fine.
I'd give that a 50-50 to be honest.
So, yeah, you kind of look in and Braden kind of, as he's coming by with these sheet ropes, so just kind of looks over and says, that you got like a false panel kind of in the back corner there. And you kind of smash it real quick,
Oh
and
my god, it's so fucking obvious.
it is.
How did I not see that?
And
I was looking for actual drawers. That's why.
It's like Pop Rocks if you drink water afterward. I'm sorry.
yeah.
It's even worse.
Incredible.
That's
you are a beautiful.
amazing and horrifying. But we'll say the 4 from your 10 is that when you smash it, it happens easily. The spring comes out, and you see a small silver key. So it's just there. Yep. You hear another smash at the door, and the top half comes down. It twists a little bit, so you see an arm kind of coming through, trying to get the perfect lock turn. Nathan, come on. We're trying to be reasonable about this.
I'm sorry, there's an arm trying to turn the lock
Yes.
from the other side of the door.
Yes, because a good chunk of the top part came down.
It's gonna make them have a real bad time.
I do have this table like with a bunch of nails in it.
You should make them have a real bad time. If you weren't, I was going to ask for it.
Stab a hand.
It's good advice.
Roll for the swing.
That is a 12. Or sorry, 11, because it's taking damage, not for swings. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm eating this fucker.
Although it is a bullshit situation, that's insight. So yeah, it's 11.
Fair enough.
Actually,
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
separate.
you've had enough of this. You just kind of take it, you see the elbow joint, and bam, it is holding in there. The arm shoots back out. And you're... Alright, fine, Mr. Gardner, you're on the list now.
I'm handling it. Don't tell them. Don't announce which way you're going. Just watch where I go. Take the rope. Gotta tie it off on the balcony and shimmy down.
Okay. Yeah, pretty straightforward. You just following him then?
Yeah.
Cool. Roll me.
Nathan, you were right. The filling portion is much better than the cookie portion.
Ooh, 3.
I
Oh,
hope I
great.
don't have to try to catch him. I figure I might lose my hands to that, but I'm gonna try. It'd be fun.
So, I think with a 3, yeah, 3 total. I almost might want to make you re-roll to see if I can get a actual die 3. But, no, you said I was too greedy earlier, so no re-rolls.
I stand by that.
So, you hear like the door's going to give away. It startles you, and you're falling. Nathan, make me a reflex check. Make it good, because he's a lot heavier than you.
I have bonuses to this, right? No, I don't have shit.
I don't think Charisma is going to keep the rope together.
No, this is gonna be a bad time.
Well, it's a success, but with the 3.
Yep.
And I just think it's funnier if we have you re-roll at 5 and see what happens.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
There it is.
Goodbye.
Failure, and it's extra bad. Beautiful.
Congratulations. You barely die.
So, I think the good news is that you're right there. You had the grip. The
Yeah.
bad news is, you see, there's this thing in physics where momentum times speed, mass,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, this is
you didn't
exactly what I
account
was
for that.
afraid of.
Yeah. And so you got him by the knee, and then he kept going, and then you followed. But let's see that luck roll, see if you hit a light pole on the way down. Because they're going to have those up by, like, the... Hey, you'll get lucky.
That doesn't sound.
But you are both pitching over the
This,
edge.
this sounds like
Since we're
gonna
both
be on the
falling,
boat
do you want to
alone.
roll one die each?
See, there's teamwork. I like that. Let's see that.
This is definitely a bullshit situation.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Oh, he did his job.
You did
We
your
did
job.
our job perfect.
Yeah,
You know what? Good enough.
that is an 8 total.
That is that's also about as meta for how you two have been doing this campaign as it can possibly get.
Yeah. that's
Brayden
about
with a 3 and Nathan with a 4. Yeah, so you could use a rolling. It's not a great landing, but you hit one of the lifeboats, and then it jerks for a moment, and it's kind of shaking, but you did not plunge in the ocean.
Oh, good. Not dying immediately.
Let's see, since it is 2 of you, let's see you both roll one to see how well the thing takes the weight of 2 people slamming into it at momentum.
That's not good.
Well, not well in that case.
That's
I'm
better.
dainty. That's a 7.
I am a brick
You
falling.
put that
from
back,
a-
sir.
For those of you who
Everyone
couldn't
knows what the,
see, Callahan
what we
kicked it
want.
over
You're a
to,
terrible, terrible liar, sir.
3 from a 5.
So you hear a sharp crack, and the rope suddenly starts giving, and it stops, and you're hanging about 20 feet down from what looks like a very loose pulley kind of sideways because the Goliath weighs a lot more. And you're kind of staring down to ocean that's still 50, 60 feet down.
Mm.
And
It's cold in there.
not a great place to be. Speaking of which, so you two are prepping for the arena. So I believe you went with the broken Jack Daniels bottle,
I have a shield and a broken Jack Daniels bottle. Yes.
Yep. and you picked up 2 baseball bats.
Yes.
All right, guys, you know the rules.
No.
Great.
that would have been great. Get in there.
Great. Well, there aren't any, so don't get confused. Except if you die, you lose. If you get beaten unconscious and the other guy's still awake, you lose. And if you win, you get to round 2. And most of the time, the anti-drowning field works, but it's kind of a 50-50. We've been having some problems with it, so careful on the water. Good luck. That door.
Can I do a check since I have minor illusion?
Mm-hmm.
Can I do like an internal check to see if I know more spells?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you picked up 2 baseball bats. It's not like you were prepping that hard.
He's checking his memory circuits.
That's an 11.
Let's
really good.
re-roll at 6 and see what happens.
Another 6.
Alrighty. Oh, fuck me too.
Sassy.
Okay, fair enough. Checking. File's not found.
Alrighty. Got the DOS windows
Yep.
pulled up.
And then it returns to a blue screen in your head and you see minor illusion.
Fair.
Windows 3.1 over here.
That door, there.
Best they had. Alright,
Standard military.
do it.
You following him?
Oh yeah. I'll be
Yeah.
behind
Okay.
him. Yeah. That's my plan.
So yeah, there is a ramp, and
Too eager with that bottle. You
Ye-
go in front.
you know it's weird. It's not like a giant coliseum thing. Because I mean, you've seen Gladiator in the movies, and in some weird way in your head, you were kind of expecting that. But you guys are like the early pre-show. So you hear some talking, you hear some polite applause, but you are clearly the opening act of whatever's coming up. So you go up there to a little bit of fanfare, and you see. Actually, yeah. I'll need you to roll a dice because I like that teamwork. And then let's see what you see when you pop up.
4.
Hey,
Oh!
they've
That's
got
right.
this figured out.
You
We
Nice
started
job.
this.
Yeah. They kind of alternate who sucks though. It's great.
It's true.
you see a tired goblin with a pot for a helmet, kind of a weird, weak, almost tied together jousting rod, and riding a really depressed looking donkey.
I feel bad for him.
You are kind of on a narrow path. There are some pools on each side, and he is kind of like looking around. And meanwhile, the double good thing that happens is you see 2 other doors are supposed to open, and you hear this mechanical whine, and it just stops like 3 inches off the ground.
Displacer beasts.
And you just hear someone cry, "Clint, the side doors aren't working again. I thought we got this fixed yesterday." And you see some kind of really like side door panel kind of comes out. Burly dwarf just kind of shoulders both of you past, walks over, picks up a wrench, and just starts banging against the side door. Like you get this, there's supposed to be 4 teams, but he's like, "Yeah, screw it, just run with it. We'll throw them into night."
Yep. I'll
The donkey is the real threat.
it is.
The Alan just looks at you, you're like, yeah. Puts down the lance, kicks the side of the donkey, and charges.
He shouldn't have kicked that donkey. I feel less bad for him now.
I mean,
There's
literally
There's a
man
very
at the bottom.
remedial, but enough you should probably do something type
I
speeding donkey.
I jump up onto Phil's back and give him a kick.
Yeah, that tracks.
I throw
Yes.
Callahan at the approaching donkey.
That'll work.
Not the donkey, the guy. I mean, he does set himself up in the perfect.
Give me a roll for throw. Or are you resisting being thrown by him?
God.
Because you jumped on him and saw he
I
jumped and
might
grabbed
go.
you.
I might go aerodynamic on this one.
He jumped up and I just went yeet.
Yeah, the path of least resistance is the safest one on this.
So,
So I'm gonna go all wind sail on it.
we'll roll for aerodynamicness.
That's a 7. I'm gonna assume you want that re-roll.
Yeah, let's try. Reroll at 6 and
Keep the 4.
reroll that 4.
Oh,
The other one.
No.
Hey, guys.
Well, I'm glad you're aerodynamic because you're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Boy, did you dirty.
so your aerodynamic is something bad happened, which we're going to associate with the fact that Phil rolled a 2.
He missed.
That's less than a 7. So you are looking nice and aerodynamic, which would be great, except for the fact he was like aiming at someone on top of a Goliath or something, because you're like this, and you kind of glance down, and you see like a helmet of a goblin kind of looking up at you, and you look up, and you're still kind of going up as you head towards a wall. Roll to make for safe landing.
You have him surrounded. Go for
Safe
flanking.
landing.
Oh, no. That's a 1 and a 3.
Okay,
That's unfortunate.
Not safe.
we're gonna say you hit hard. Which limb would you like to break?
Tail.
All right, you have a tail, don't you?
He does.
I will let you know that tails are going to be very painful if broken on a lizard
But
person.
it won't slow me down.
Not as much, but it will be painful. Okay, so
Well, I'm sorry. Breaking in anything is probably gonna be painful.
you know what? That's fair.
Break his face.
Doesn't stop your bottle stabbing limb. Doesn't stop
But
your
yeah.
shield blocking limb. Doesn't stop your legs.
Here you go. You have a broken tail,
And my -1, so tail
and now be a -1 to
-1.
stealth or will checks against pain.
Okay. Okay.
So you just threw your teammate into the opposite wall, and you have a goblin charging at you.
You know, as bad as we are at this, it does bear mentioning that we are actually working as a team.
I think their teamwork is great. They've got flanking now.
I
I
will.
don't think that's how that worked. But maybe.
So I have narrow stretch of land,
Yep, and
pool
Yeah.
that may or may not be trying to drown me.
there's kind of like a walkway on the side, but you have to charge up a little bit and kind of hit across them, because the pools will have the walkway. That way, potentially, you could slip or get hit on both sides. So
Yeah.
you can try to cut off before he gets to you, and try running across the walkways. You can charge, you can jump, you can swim.
You can do things.
You have options. You only have a few seconds to make a decision, but you have options.
Oh yeah, I'm charging.
Charging?
Charging.
Okay. Charging. Gonna try to hit him, the donkey, the land. Not sure, just yelling because you panicked? What's the plan?
Bite the lance, break it with your teeth, be the action movie hero you've always wanted to.
I'm actually going to because I yes, I was going to punish the donkey. I'm going for a sidestep into donkey forehead to crumple it.
Okay.
It's a donkey punch.
Make a roll. It's a
Literally.
Okay.
let's see. And what are your attributes? It's +1 for strength, I think.
Constitution and
Constitution, that makes
plus
sense.
1 if you're taking damage.
Okay. You're not gonna be super agile, so you're gonna roll this, and there's a called shot. You're gonna call it a roll and a -1.
7.
Let's re-roll that 4.
Yeah, I figured that was coming.
I like the fact you tried to roll over the 3.
So that's a total of 3 at
With-
-1.
Yeah, with the 3, something bad happens.
Yoinks.
I-
1 to 3.
I think your aiming is just off. You threw him too high, so I think you miss above, and the momentum carries you into the water.
Oh, great.
That's what you deserve.
Gonna have rust
just-
your
yeah.
crevices now.
I just got oil, damn it.
And so you hear a massive splash
Excellent.
as your ears stop.
Oh, right, I forgot you're a Warforged.
Yeah.
That sucks for you.
Hey, make your perception check while you're in water there, Phil.
shark friends.
Ooh, piranhas? I hope it shows
6.
piranhas.
You know what? This time it's funnier to have you succeed. Reroll the 1.
3.
10.
Ah, nice.
This water's salty.
Yep. I'm rusting soon.
Anyway, hey, you just got thrown into a wall. You have a broken tail, and there is a goblin charging the opposite direction from you.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll just kind of test the walls, see if they're climbable.
And they're pretty smooth here with the current setup.
Then I'll just, kind of wander around the side towards that dwarf, maybe.
Okay, you have one drunk guy in the audience who's like, "Yeah, he's a smart one. He's a smart one." And he keeps pointing you out as you were going. So
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's where your money is.
I treasure this moment.
Yeah. Roll me for recognition.
Bam.
9.
He looks suspiciously kind of like a 1930s Callahan.
Yeah.
If he had kind of sideburns and stuff, like there's a definitely familiar little resemblance.
It's my grandpappy.
Great uncle, somewhere up there, you can believe that. So, Bill, you're rusting. I think you would like to get out of the water.
I want out of the water.
Go ahead and roll for that.
Sure.
Let's see how metal swims.
3.
With a fail.
3 and a 2.
Well,
That's,
take-
Slips deeper in.
Yeah, you are struggling. Take one rest. We'll just keep track of your rest. We'll get to what that
That's
means.
something that actually happens to her first.
no, but you know what?
It is in this world.
It is in this world.
Have you seen what salt water does to metal?
Everything
It's
saves.
just oil,
Yep.
So it really sucks.
Wait, things if you like the post-apocalyptic side, maybe.
Okay. So roll to see if the goblin
That'd be nice.
spots you.
Me?
Yeah.
Eddie was pretty great.
Somehow,
66.
even with a drunk guy pointing at you and showing your exact position, maybe he just doesn't care enough. Maybe the
Chameleon.
donkey doesn't care enough. But he is.
No, you've already said you're blonde.
He's not seeing you. Are you going to try to stay closer, or are you literally just like staying far corner away? Are you trying to get to a place to fish fill out?
Slink around the side to try to get a good position.
Okay. Yeah. I would say if you want to take a shot at throwing the bottle, you'd get in range at the end of your turn here, or if you want to keep it in hand, you would have to wait one more.
It's a stabbing. Yeah.
It is kind of a shivvy.
Yeah.
I
It's
was gonna say I gave it to you to play to your strengths.
Yes,
Yeah.
generally you keep the bottle intact if you want to throw it across the room in a bar fight. You break it when you're ready to
What
stab a
he said.
bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway, that speaks a lot about my personal experience in life. Anyhow, Bill, let's see if metal swims better when its life depends on it.
7?
Technically.
Yeah?
How mean do I want to be?
Yeah.
Hey chat, how mean do I want to be?
Yeah, baby.
Just give him 30 seconds to contemplate.
And
on
making me
this.
an Oreo.
By the way, chat is generally pretty bloodthirsty, so I have a good feeling.
Mad
where this is
Claw.
gonna go.
Mad Claw is mean.
Mean.
Sinneth says mean.
Sinneth.
Sinneth wants blood.
Wow.
Trident
Trident.
wants blood.
Yeah.
Trident usually wants blood. Trident's a great supporter if you're going for the blood.
That's Trident.
Yeah.
She wants stabbies.
Sinneth.
No, both want stab.
I am
Oh,
angry.
and Sinneth is angry.
Oh yeah, I'm aware Sinneth is
At-
angry.
Let's,
No,
let's,
in general.
let's re-roll at 4 and see how things
I
go.
mean, yeah.
Damn it!
Another 5.
Oh,
Horrifying.
Is that another
yeah,
rust?
let's take another rust, and you are, I would say, for the additional 3, you are rapidly in danger as you are thinking of losing which direction is up,
Yeah, fuck.
because
Buoyancy,
you
that
wouldn't.
makes sense.
This is like an arena, and they kind of have mood lighting because it's still the early part of the show. So you're kind of losing light. Like this is an impressively deep tank.
What kind of warforged are you? You don't have a built-in gyroscope?
He's a bad one.
He is not a class 3 yacht, unfortunately.
Evidently.
You would have solved their problem with it.
Can we make him into a boat?
Thank you, chat.
Fine.
Heart your faces. Love you. All right, so you are sneaking up. Go ahead and roll it a +1 because he was not spotting you earlier.
That's a 10.
And, well, -1 for stealth
Oh, right.
Right.
because of my.
So,
So,
no,
nine.
no,
9 with the
5 and
4?
a 4.
No, let's re-roll a 4. Still good.
Now it's an 11.
Yeah, you get in stabbing range. Like you think you think
Is
if
he
you
close enough for me to push into the water as a flotation device for the Warforged?
That's.
You
You know
know,
what? I'm gonna let him find out the hard way.
I like what you're thinking. Are you pushing the donkey or the goblin?
Just the goblin. I got
the
nothing
goblin.
against donkey.
Okay. You know what?
He's just
Try
like
it.
that.
I will give you.
Well, in fairness, he
Let's
doesn't have
see.
anything against the donkey. He'll be a snack later.
See, my thought is I would give you a +2, but you are a smaller creature, so let's make that a +1. That's how it balances out. So you're rolling this at +1.
And he is a lizard.
Oh,
Oh,
3
that
plus
is
1 is a
unfortunate.
4.
So
fours are good.
you. What's on one dice? It
Wrong
is.
four. Wrong four.
You shove him really hard, and maybe you just assume the donkey was eating on imaginary grasses and there or something, but for some reason you don't think about it, so he just kind of bounces off the donkey's neck, stops, and turns and looks.
Okay. He's tied into the saddle.
And what?
He's tied into the saddle. That's the line I'm going with.
You just pushed him from behind the donkey.
Right.
You're bad at pushing.
Yeah.
You're bad at pushing.
If you had
I
picked
am
any of the
pushing.
other 3 cardinal directions, you'd have been fine.
Yeah.
I am bad at pushing. That's why I called him to push the door closed.
Which is why this failure is so hilarious.
Lizard brain.
And then you hear from the crowd, "That was stupid. Why'd you keep hiding? You were doing good. That was stupid." Phil.
6. Hard 6 coming out.
That's 6.
Okay.
There is at least a 4 in there.
Yeah, there's a 4.
So you are failing. So I will say the good thing that happens is
So he's up.
you figure out which way is up, and since you already have surface rust, it's going to take another turn for another rust to hit. But you do get the sense you are running low on time.
Ah, shit.
What happened to your bats?
I assume he's still holding them in his hands.
It's hard to swim with bats.
It is extra weight.
They would probably float back up to the top. They're made of metal.
I did
They
specifically
were made of
request.
metal.
He requested metal.
Oh yeah, never mind. You're fucked then. I'm sure a robot man could beat the shit out of one very sad goblin.
So the goblin is swinging at you with a lance in a really kind of awkward way because you're kind of in close combat. But I'm still going to need you to dodge. But I will give you a +1 because, you know,
Hey, it's a
8, but something bad happens. Okay. Well, I will say that you basically dodge anything that would do actual damage. See, the bad thing that happens is the side of the lance catches your head, so the lance breaks. It doesn't do enough to really damage or ring your bell at all, but any called shots the next round or two are going to be -1 because it gets just enough where it hits you a little bit, but it doesn't do any damage or it doesn't.
All right. I was trying to be nice and just
It's
drown
that-
him.
vibration thing, kind of like where if you
Yeah.
hit your wrist at the wrong angle, it just sends a tingle up your whole.
Yeah, it's like the funny bone thing. So it's like if he just wants to stab the general goblin, he can do it. If he is looking for that perfect space in the deck, he's going to go -1.
Gotcha. Okay, makes sense. I'm on board.
So
I'm gonna go stabbing on that goblin now.
I was going to say, yeah, he tried to kill you, kill him back.
That's
Look out
that's
for Firefly.
the general rules.
Jay, we're very clear about that.
Oh.
It's unfortunate. That's a 3 and a 2.
We're
It is
bad
a
at
3 and a
this.
2.
We're so bad at this.
My bell's rung.
So
I'm better at fighting than that.
you miss. What do you think is a fair bad thing that happens at this point?
I stubbed my tail. The
Actually,
donkey bites me.
Considering that it's broken, that might
That
actually
actually
temporarily
might.
incapacitate.
I think the donkey steps on your tail,
Yeah.
and so yeah, your next turn your attack is -1, and you're like, yeah, the donkey's just like minimal effort, but it's
That donkey
possibly
is
depressed because he
The
is
donkey is the real threat.
he's
As
possibly depressed because he is clearly the most capable in this arena right now, and that's saying something.
But the real question, how's the crowd feel about this?
They're finding it hilarious. Like they thought all the fights were fights, and while that's kind of the bloodthirsty thing they were for, they did not know there was going to be like jesters, like mockery fights in the beginning. It's like when you expect the opening mic guy to just be, some douche from local college, and it turns out he has 3 minutes of really good material. Like, this is a nice bonus.
Yeah, they're getting an episode of the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
I'm Mo. Mo is the leader. Mo is probably the donkey.
Hey, Sinking West, how's it going?
A 3!
And a 5.
Better, maybe.
I mean, that's the first time we've seen him get above 7. And I don't think it's going to hold.
You know what? I'm gonna keep that as a success. It's gonna be either
You want
or.
him to die.
You're either going to. I'm gonna have you. You can have me just. Let's see. I'm thinking it's a success. You start going the right direction, but you were in water an extra turn, so you take rust 3. Or I can have you re-roll a 5, and you can just go. It can be better, or it can be worse.
Or it could be their
You can
problem.
get another 3.
It could, or
Oh god, you could get another 3.
or you can get a 4 to cancel it out, or you could get a 6 to swim a little bit further.
I think you should get that 3.
I'm really tempted to roll
Are
for
you
it.
taking advice from the lizard man who's getting beaten by a donkey?
And the goblin.
I'll
In
say
fairness, the
rust
goblin
3
is
and then-
about as
Is
confident
it like
as
getting
you.
to the edge where
They made it
out,
terrifying.
or is it just getting closer?
It's getting closer because you sank for like 3 turns, so
Okay.
you will need 1 more turn to swim up.
Okay.
All right. Hang on.
Safe play.
I know. Show them how it's done.
Yeah.
You have a donkey stepping on your tail. It is painful.
Still gotta go for that goblin.
Yeah. You got stabbed.
Is your tail detachable like one of those
Double
little-
four.
There you go.
That's
how it's
Hey.
done.
Let's see what this bottle can do, baby!
It's like the pain just
Infuriates.
thing.
I don't know, I'd like to think that he was in so much pain it flipped back over to no pain for a
I'm
moment.
gonna say the ultra good thing that happened is you remembered suddenly that you can rage, which made you
Alright.
so angry about all the damage you took so far
I am a barbarian.
that you just that the pain just shoots you into raging. So not only do you not take damage for the donkey stepping on your tail, but are you just punching the goblin? Are you punching the donkey at this point? 'Cause you don't care. Or are you just tossing him into the water?
Yeah.
It's a massive success. How would you want to just put your rage on?
Oh, God.
Because the donkey did step on your tail.
I think I'm gonna grab the donkey by his tail and just start spinning and spinning and spinning until the walls are covered in blood.
I am not sure how the physics of that Queasdon works. So you, just till the tail rips out, or what? Tasmanian Devil, this isn't too.
Yeah, I mean, basically you just grab them, you keep spinning into things and knocking them about until they go into the water and drown and die, or
Okay.
there's blood to eat.
You're in a pretty clear area, so do you just want to start bashing them against like the side of the bridge, or are you just trying to like?
Or do
You know what?
Want to do?
Are you just like shot putting him into the water, or are you trying to slam him into the wall like your teammate did to you?
Yeah, I've got the, we're gonna go more shield action than bottle action on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be a lot of bludgeoning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just
I might even take the pot off of his head and use that in lieu of the bottle.
okay. So you're saving the bottle,
Yeah.
and then just one hand with the pot, one with the shield, and just
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have no answer for the amazing array of furious blows that are suddenly coming down at them. Would you like to scream something in anger or general frustration as you were doing this?
Yarp.
I love
Wow.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love everything about that. So, Phil, would you like to surface?
Apparently not. Oh,
Oh.
Yes.
You would.
Alrighty.
That's try there.
that,
6 and a 2 for those who couldn't see.
So
he did well. He did
the arm
well,
comes
finally.
up. You pull yourself up, and you see him beating a goblin and donkey to death with a shield and a pot. He seems very upset. If you look over, Phil is. You know how his sideburns were cast iron and the rest of him was shinier? The cast iron is starting to blend in with a lot of brown. He's moving kind of stiffly.
You deserve it.
And pull out the oil can and just start.
Yeah. That's the thing, though. Do you even have an oil can? Because I don't believe that was on your list of things to have.
It was not.
Mm. Oh, you can make a request if you get in the back room. The crowd cheers. You hear some laughter, some very polite applause. Pretty good size for the crowd. Like they got that the gesture act was over, and
Now that the goblin's dead.
you hear the dwarf still swearing at the side doors as whatever your other two opponents were don't show up. Like, winners of round one will proceed to the main event tonight, and then
And it's good.
Michael Callahan and Phil, and you both make your way. Phil, you notice that you make your way much more slowly than you could move previous. like that oil bath you started out this adventure in, distant memory
Yeah.
would hit the spot right now, but distant memory.
Yeah.
I'm cradling my tail in front of me as I go. Is it crooked?
There's a nasty bend, but you
Yeah.
think it'll hurt, but they can probably reset it if you get treated soon enough.
Okay.
Sorry, all I have in my head is like Joanna from Rescuers Down Under.
As they head to the back after
Remember that.
let's just call it a showing.
Things happened. They were there.
It was an adequate showing. They won.
No, they did spectacularly. It sounds like.
It's true.
Hulk smash.
I
In
get
every
oil.
sense of the word, yes.
I need some oil.
It was a spectacle.
So you two are sitting in a lifeboat that is hanging from some pulleys,
Questionable.
unbalanced, a little bit uneven. Wind isn't too bad. That's at least something.
Unfortunate.
You have suspected sea sharks circling underneath the boat, but they're not. Small miracles. You get the sense that a Chaos God Shane would say, "See, I'm not a complete jerk," and that makes you angry because that does not count as a good deed, I'm assuming.
It absolutely does not.
Yep, that's the attitude we're looking for.
I suddenly realized that I would never think that, and then realize such a fucking smug jerk. He absolutely rolled well for this bullshit, and now he's trying to demean us for it.
That is actually true.
Except when you really need it.
Well, the first thing I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and grab both ropes of the pulley
Mm-hmm.
to kind of take A, a little bit of the weight off the boat, and B, keep the pulley from deciding it wants to, do that stereotypical one of the ropes is breaking and then it goes over.
And then, yeah.
So I'm going to try and do what I can to assist with that and trust that Nathan is going to be the eyes and figure out how we're going to get out of here or guide the lifeboat to the water to leave.
He is doing something. What the fuck are our options here?
Okay.
We got other balconies around here.
Well,
Ladder.
The
carved into
the
side.
lifeboats would be kind of an eyesore by the balconies, so you're clearly beneath where the last balconies are.
Mhm.
So you can kind of see windows, but that doesn't really help you.
Not the openable sort.
Yeah. I mean, good luck catching yourself in a window yay by yay and getting him through one. So those porthole windows. But
And they need some way to get down
Yeah.
to the lifeboat.
go ahead and
Where is
search the lifeboat and go ahead and give yourself +1 because it's not like you're doing a lot of focus elsewhere now.
Hey,
Ooh.
that's a pair of sixes.
That was a roll. Yeah. So nice work. So you're kind of looking through some stuff. Feel free to give yourself a harpoon,
that? Excellent.
a fishing rod with line. Somehow I know I'm going to regret this, but the
The
lifeboat.
last time I got a fishing rod in TTRPG, I used it to yank down enemies that nobody else could fight, and then we shit stomped them. You are going to regret this.
Well, I meant the next item because every lifeboat is going to have a flare gun.
You are going to regret this.
I mean,
How many shots for the flare gun?
it looks like there is 3.
Okay.
And there is a manual for how to lower the boat down to water relatively safely when one of the pulleys appears to be now malfunctioning.
That's also good.
Good news, everyone! We can leave the boat. Bad news. I'm not sure we can get back on the boat with this little boat.
I mean, us successfully getting the lifeboat down to the water does count as a team building exercise.
You know what? Sure. I read book. What do books say?
Okay, yeah, you can follow the instructions fairly easily.
Follow the instructions where I can, give you
Yeah.
instructions where necessary.
Would you like to search the boat now that you know this is the direction you're going?
Sure.
Stretch.
Ooh, a stretchy.
And a hydrate.
Indeed.
I'm out of water.
Oh, hey, 6 and a 4. Even I'm participating.
Okay, so
Water.
Water.
I'm gonna give you an option and let
Okay.
you mull on it. I'm gonna make you reroll 1 dice.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you choose which one. Because the 4 is guaranteed something good, but the 6 is more likely, obviously, to be lower. But if you roll a 6, it gives you a chance at a double 4. So I will let you contemplate that as I go get myself a drink.
I know how I've been rolling tonight.
No. And yet, I want to give you this option if a double 4 didn't reward right now.
I know. So I have +1 to being in bullshit situations, and this absolutely fucking qualifies.
100%.
I mean, that's kind of got yourself.
So basically, as long as I don't roll a 1 or a 2,
Yeah.
we're basically in the same position we were in.
Yes.
I believe in
And we
you.
have the possibility of being in a
You're lying,
significant
but that's
event.
cool.
To roll a 1 or a 2.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go. There's the rest of it. I believe you now.
I could see it.
Well, they went for the safe play in their fight.
No.
What was the safe play? I attacked a donkey and a goblin.
Not you.
Oh.
Your team. Phil was underwater drowning. I do feel obliged to give at least one risky play.
Do it. I believe in you. Whatever happens, we're in this together.
I'll try not to kill us both.
I appreciate that.
I only promise to try.
You know what? That's fair.
Spent some mojo on that one. It's a 3! 3's bad.
Good enough.
It's still an 8. Like, we still succeed.
Yeah, we still
It just means we canceled our...
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And one of them was getting re-rolled one way or the other. As far as the bad shit goes, this is some kind of the best case scenario.
Yeah, like, having the 4 there to kind of shield us if I did roll a 3, not the worst thing in the world.
So it wasn't a risky play.
So how'd it go?
I rerolled the 6, I got a 3, so we still pass.
Not great, but not as bad as it could have gone if he had made other choices.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll give you an option.
Oh, delightful.
Break the lifeboat so even more people will die.
They can cancel out, like they usually do. Or you can take one of each.
Oh, interesting.
You get to keep the good thing, but I also get to make it bad.
Well, we've already been living through the bad consequences. What's one more?
We got attacked by some sort of gangsters. I think I'm Indiana Jones. We fell onto a fucking lifeboat like 40 goddamn feet. Fuck it. Let's see what happens.
We'll take one of each.
Cool. So, good thing you find. You actually, it's a bit hidden. And so you get the sense that it'd be the kind of thing maybe crew was trained for, so it wasn't necessarily meant for passengers, but you actually see kind of an emergency phone that you think connects to the ship. Which, that's a 4. So you do have a way of contacting the ship, even separated in your lifeboat. Because that was going to become an issue real quick.
Yes.
I would say the bad thing is you're about 2/3 of the way down, and one of the lines snaps. The boat's not going to go like this, but you're going to drop, and I think I'm going to have you both roll to make sure you don't swamp.
Remember, I was holding
Swamp.
both the pulley lines.
There's one front, one back.
Yeah, I understand that.
Cool. If it snaps from the top, it doesn't really matter.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay.
6, 7.
Okay.
Which for me is an 8.
You're fine. Right, you have the charisma thing. That's not helped you out.
No.
Do you have anything else you'd like to try to add to that? That you can argue. As I try to remember what else I gave you.
I possess claws, and I believe that we established that my tail was at least somewhat prehensile, so I have extra grabbiness.
You know what? I like that argument. I will give you a +1 by the not to be racist, skin of your teeth.
Oh,
Which
fucking take.
yeah, and
By the scale of your tail.
yeah, skin of your tail. Just on the end. Like, I can imagine you see him like just teetering in. You just kind of put out a hand and just there.
I just latch on like a fucking
Yeah, just
cat.
just.
Just placed gently against the cat tower.
Yeah, you hold on as the wake really comes off the cruise ship and pushes your lifeboat just kind of off to the side
Okay, so
as
those,
it's moving past.
those instructions about getting down to the water.
Mm-hmm.
We should perhaps contemplate those. Or
Well, you were
there's
not.
this phone.
You are now on the water.
Oh.
Yep.
There's this phone.
There's a phone.
You're in the safest place in the Titanic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at this point, I would say that we have completed a team exercise, but I know Chaos Shade is gonna decide that no, you have to go to war team because I'm Chaos Shade.
That is what he would say, and in fact, an excellent impression of how he would say it.
I agree. Thank you.
Yeah, but I would call somebody.
That's a good idea. Because if we don't get back on that boat, those two idiots are gonna die in here. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Well, someone has to roll for a
Pretty
phone
well.
call. May I suggest Braden since he has a +1 to bullshit.
Brandon, would you like to roll a +1 to
Or you could use a +1 for charisma. If you're
I was
feeling
gonna
lucky.
say, take your pick.
Yeah.
You know what? You focus on making sure that other fucking line doesn't snap.
Stare at it.
Well,
really
now that
hard.
we're on the water, I could probably do that.
Oh yeah, make a phone call.
Okay.
3 and a 5,
Interesting.
so a total of 9.
Yeah. Let's keep that. Yellow.
Hello. Unfortunately, I appear to have found myself having fallen overboard and currently on one of the lifeboats.
Oh dear. Oh, okay. Which crew is this?
Not a crew member, passenger.
I mean, this is why we have the thing at the beginning of the cruise to not mess around with the lifeboats. But alright, are you at least still connected to the ship?
Yes. One of the lines has snapped, but the other one is connected, and we are currently being towed. It seems
Oh, hold on a second.
reasonably stable. Yes.
And from like way, way up at front, you kind of see like a tiny arm waving out a window. It's like, hey, I can see ya. I can see ya. He's like pointing. Wow, you really fucked up that rigging section. He's like looking through binoculars or something.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a terrible situation, and we don't have anything that we could do about it. Would you guys be willing to, I don't know, get some guys to lower a ladder down and get us out of here?
Oh yeah, sure. We'll get there. Let's see where you are. You have enough rope to drop back about 30 feet. You'll see a door a little bit above the water level. Or put a plank out and get you on.
Oh, perfect.
All right, be down there shortly. Don't move too close to the boat until you see the door open.
Greatly appreciate your help. We will hold position until we see that door ring.
Okay, and names of the individuals being saved?
They have to bill you.
Fuck, I can't give them your names. Not official.
Yeah, you gotta give them our. You could just say your name and guest.
Plus
Nate-
one.
Nathan Burgerhouse and my +1 brain.
Ah, getting some romantic time away, huh? All right, well,
Why do you all assume that two men hanging out and spending time together is homosexual? We could just like each other. That's
He-
allowed. Man. Come on.
He doesn't.
you have a romantic suite, and the Goliath Dragonborn connection thing has been kind of trendy recently. It's look,
I mean,
there's
yeah,
no shame in it, man.
I'm just
You're a very
annoyed.
cute couple.
I'm just annoyed that everyone keeps assuming.
Also, since you're a dragonborn,
Oh,
you're technically
apologies.
wearing buttless
Are you going
chaps.
out?
Buttless chaps.
We make an adorable couple. We'll be down in a moment.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Well,
It's true.
Tail has to be somewhere.
That's right.
Braid and I have discovered that Shane is an extra dick. Also, get ready to drop us back like 30 feet when the door back there opens.
Okay.
Bill, roll for whether or not they actually have oil back there, because
Yes, they do.
That's a pair of 4s.
There's enough to take off 1 rust.
Damn it.
That's not a lot. Can they fix my tail?
Roll for it.
Oh no.
They
They only have oil, huh?
That's a 1 and a 2.
they try, and it turns out that you are now double jointed in that tail, and they kind of went from popped out one side to popped out the other, and after you then bit the attending medic out of instinct, they're like,
No, that's just me.
like I don't. Well, fair enough.
A Shane fact.
I don't get paid enough for
A
this.
genuine.
Oh, yeah, there was a change back redemption.
So does genuine mean
From you,
From you.
not from the book.
Oh. Okay. Trying to think.
The
Well,
book was
one
meant
time
to
there's
be
a Shane
facts.
fact was about Shane. That's why I wanted to see if it was a what. Okay. Let's see. Do the Pirates metric system one. God, I've made so many of these at work because I've made it their problem. Because I am ruining it. Yeah, I've done the one about how small Pluto actually is. Those are obvious.
There's no shame in using the book. It's still delivered by you, and therefore a shame fact.
I just want to try nephews. Oh, the Wombat's main protective and offensive weapon in Australia is the bone shield that makes up its butt.
This tracks.
Shane fact.
They also poop in cubes.
Yep. Like, can we take a moment to appreciate how insane Australia is?
Butt shield.
That there's an animal that poops in cubes and has such a thick butt shield, it can slam the head of a badger or keep snake fangs from going through, and we forget about it because the continent is so crazy it's just not that weird an animal.
Butt shield.
I do seem to
Is it
recall that.
Fat layers?
No, it's like literally
Yeah,
like a
with skin.
cartilage. It's like a
Oh.
cartilage bone thing over its whole back end.
I
Like
do
it goes
seem
to
to
its hole with its butt out
Yeah.
because the snakes can't do anything about it.
I do seem to recall specific stories about people like hitting them with their cars, totaling the car, and then just wandering off perfectly fine.
They're
because they hit them in the ass.
Yeah.
they're bigger than you think they are too.
Yeah. No, they're.
Are they the equivalent of deer here? Is that my takeaway?
I think they have shorter legs, but they got.
Well, I don't think it's a
Danville,
one-to-one
the size of
parallel. I think
cows.
they got part of the deer stuff, and then like
Kangaroos will be the other option.
Yeah, kangaroos got like the hostile evil deer shit, and then
Pretty
they
much
got the
Kronos.
like, fine ones.
What is it? I think it's
It twerks its pursuers to death.
Oh, Jesus.
Also, I think the other
Good lord, that's a sentence.
the other
That's really
category
good.
for deer in Australia would be
Right?
kangaroos. And some of the pictures of kangaroos getting hit by cars are insane. Because they get hit because the kangaroo will be jumping ahead on its road, turn around, decides had enough of the car, leap onto the car, and start kicking at the windshield.
it is funny
This tracks.
to watch the like I'm gonna fight a kangaroo videos. Cause they'll punch like a motherfucker too. It's not just that they'll kick you.
Yeah, the kangaroo boxing was a thing. Yeah.
They will punch you.
They will punch you. They will kick you. They will bite you.
They
If
just
there's
put the
water
gloves
nearby,
on
they will
to
try
keep
to
them from
drag
clawing
you
you.
to
Yeah.
the
And drown
ground.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's like that famous picture of the guy who like punches it to get his dog out of a headlock?
Mm.
And like you can see the kangaroo's expression is literally a the fuck, bro. You got
Is that-
insane.
you
Like the
just-
kangaroo's even scared.
You
It's
just do
like,
that?
are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's more confused
Yeah.
than anything else.
Was that a challenge or are you trying to flirt with me? What's going on here?
Like an evil deer.
They just
Pins
butts.
pins pursuer's head to the roof of its burrow
Backs
and
off.
proceeds to butt slam it in your back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is an accurately described twerking things to death.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about Australia. You forget wombats are there. And you think how crazy a wombat is. And on any other continent, that's the weirdest animal.
Not wrong.
I don't know. Armadillos are up there.
They're in Iowa now.
They can give you
Just
leprosy.
armored hedgehogs.
Tastes like chicken and they can give you leprosy. Not for meat.
It's a
But,
little bit of.
well, I guess you can't.
I don't think I would.
Meat.
I don't think I would eat an armadillo.
Tastes like chicken. If it's done well, it tastes pretty good.
Once
Anyway.
you get it pre-built, it comes with its own bowl.
That is handy.
Actually, depending on how you cook it, that's not wrong. That is how you prepare some of them.
Sorry.
Anyhow, things you didn't want to know.
Bonus shade fact.
Oh, the Shane.
Okay, so what were you doing again when the Shane fact came up?
Oh,
He was
what
trying
was
to
I
get his
doing?
tail
My
fixed.
tail didn't get fixed.
Yes. So that was painful, but you know,
Do I still have the -1 to stealth, but it just can't get my tail?
yes, because it's the pain factor. The
Okay.
fact that as you're stealthing, the tail's going to be bumping and hitting stuff, and
Okay.
even when you go like, that's a sound. So that'll be a -1 any stealth checks you have coming up.
Oreos give me heartburn.
Maybe it's just
The
the
Coke.
ones.
Yeah. Ugh.
Pretty table.
Okay, so the door opens on the side, and you see some people in uniform bring out a plank. They kind of throw out like a life preserver. They just kind of make sure that they tow you in and get you on there. And then they kind of look at the lifeboat, look at how far you have to drag it out, and one of them literally just kicks it out to the ocean. They shut the door.
Cuts it free. You caused other people to die.
Probably.
Oh, are you familiar with the Titanic story?
I very much am. I
You
understand.
caused more people to die.
I did.
No. There was plenty of room on the lifeboats for like a couple hundred more people.
So
It's fine.
Look, the important thing is that Nathan didn't get abducted by hired guns.
I didn't. I'm real happy about that. I feel like they do terrible things to my meat.
hey, yeah, thanks for calling us. We will take you back up to the proper section of the ship, and they start leading you towards the more upper class area.
Actually, would you mind taking us toward the fighting ring? There were some people who
Oh.
we knew who were going to be putting on a show.
Oh, how fun! Same direction.
Yeah.
So, no, I said no, same direction. I said, so, should I bet on them? Are they pretty capable? Anything?
No,
Any
they're
insight?
getting their shit kicked
No.
in. You should bet on whoever they're up against.
Oh,
The little
okay.
lizard guy at a wharf.
I think they'll make it through maybe the first round, depending on how easy you guys go in round one.
Mm,
But
you know,
anything past round one,
Callahan has seemed extra rabid today.
Go ahead,
Thanks.
go ahead, and both of you make me perception checks. I'm giving you +1 on this because the guy's not hiding it. Oh, look, good rolls, but it doesn't matter. Love you
Right?
guys.
I got something good to
When you see Warforged, the guy's pencil snaps as he's making notes, and you see the two guys look at each other just kind of.
Oh god, they already got their shit kicked in, didn't they?
You might want to check to see if your metal friend can still move.
The fuck happened to it?
Well,
Because-
I'm gonna assume he either got magnetized or he fell in some salt water.
That would make a lot more sense.
He's not a strong swimmer. Well, he was when he was swimming the wrong way. But that,
Yeah,
didn't,
that tracks.
that didn't help matters. Or when he threw his partner into the wall.
That also tracks.
So it sounds like they're probably not in the ring itself. Is there like a medical area for them?
They won the preliminaries. You can visit them real quick before the big event tonight. In
Oh,
fact, you have
good.
tickets because of, as our courtesy for
Oh, right.
apologies for however that worked out. Just, in case we were responsible, now we're not. Thank you for accepting the tickets.
I appreciate it, and I am absolutely certain that with
You
the,
settled out of court.
that
Yeah, he just legal disclaimer, like, if this was our fault, now it's not. Yeah.
I can only say that waiver was, as of this moment, the best thing I've ever signed.
All right, so probably wasn't our fault, but hey, good for you for taking advantage of a situation. We appreciate that.
I mean, oh no, it definitely was. I just didn't want to pay for tickets.
No, well, fair. Yeah, it's nice when you get those gold perks for the silver level. Just, I mean, man, big jump.
Oh yeah,
So-
it's it feels nice.
So, you both get put through the ship, and you end up kind of being allowed. You get these little stage passes, and you meet up with these two. And his tail is broken, and he is moving very stiffly and has rust all over him as he's trying to oil up some joints to get some movement back.
You do look like shit. How you doing?
My tail's broken.
His tail's broken.
Can't do shit about that.
Do you guys happen to have any extra oil?
I'm going to
Or a
search
sand
my
blaster?
soul to feel if I can cast some sort of cure wounds. Because I was pretty sure that I could do Sacred Flame earlier, so seems worth a shot.
While he's doing that, I'm going to try Lesser Restoration, since I know I can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Go ahead and roll for searching your soul, Nate.
5 and a 6.
Yep. You kind of look through there and just kind of searching for a little bit more, and you get the sense that you figure out another way or two that you can kind of use Sacred Flame in interesting ways, like maybe it's a little bit of a cauterizing type agent, but that doesn't really help with these particular injuries.
You can see a leak on him in the groin area.
You also realize that that having been taken through the boat, you just have that natural ranger's instinct of how things were laid out, and you get +1 for any future directions, even in sections of the boat you haven't been in. You're just getting a sense for how it's laid out.
That's convenient.
And you do a little bit of lesser restoration, and you attempt that, or you attempted that on Callahan, or
That one.
the
The Warforged.
okay. Give it a shot.
I mean, not much I can do for Rope and Tail. Lesser Restoration was never meant to fix that. Yeah. I might be able to do something about rust. That feels at least tangentially possible.
It's causing an effect.
5 and a 3.
All right,
So-
let's re-roll that 5.
Naturally.
Let's see another 3,
Let's not.
or we could.
How about a 5?
So you see kind of a little. At first, it looks like a little bit of rust comes off, especially towards the joints he's been working on. But I will say that the what's a good negative thing happens? Okay, yeah, success. Taking off 1 rust is almost a big success, though.
A sideburn pops off. So I just have 1.
Okay, I'll give you a trade, and you can choose whether to accept it or not.
Okay.
He loses 1 more rust, so he's a bit more mobile, has less penalties. But the outlines of his sideburns will be like a bright fluorescent yellow. Same with the joints for a day. He will not be stealthing anywhere.
Okay. What's the other side of that deal? Just not doing it and it does nothing?
Otherwise, it heals up a little bit, but he still has kind of the -2 on rust. Because I would say it would make him look a little bit better. It would clean up a bit, but yeah, like you would need a 4 to pull off another rust off of him. Because he done fucked up a lot, and I was very nice to not screw him over worse in that situation. So consider it his fault, not yours. But you do get some senses of how. But actually, go ahead and roll me insight since you were trying to use on him.
Sure. Yeah, insight into bullshit situations.
Hey,
Oh, hey, it's 5.
well, that's
From a
unfortunate.
pair of teams.
Because for a moment you think, wait a minute, I can. Wait, what was I thinking?
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah.
It's been a day.
It has. Team building's going fairly well.
Lies,
Well-
lies and slander.
I mean,
No, we're doing great.
no, you guys are doing great.
You know what? That's fair.
Well, under the circumstances, I don't necessarily see Phil's inability to stealth as a significant problem.
I figure we could probably use that to our advantage.
But if he falls in the water again, at least we'll know how to get him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see where to fish for him.
So we're down to 1 rust.
1 rust. Yep.
So I have nothing that I can really do to assist them. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck this mask does without putting it on. Because that seems like a real bad idea.
Okay. Roll.
One in 5. I do have a +1 in wisdom if that is relevant.
That would be. So that puts you at 7.
Yes, but precisely.
That would. Unless I have him reroll a 5.
There it
Okay.
is.
Yep.
6.
Hey!
There we go.
Phil has wished it into existence.
Good job, Phil.
You'll pay for this.
He is fluorescent yellow.
Yep.
Prices are being paid.
You know, if you really want to annoy someone as a chaos god, which kind of seems like Shane's MO,
Yeah.
You might just try to verbally command that mask to turn on and see if it can talk to you. Yes.
Hey Phil, you want to try this mask on? I don't know what it does. I got a snap.
What have they got in their shanty town of a medic tent?
There are some basic bandages, splints. There oddly does not seem to be any healing potions. There are antidotes.
Huh.
There is
That's the easiest way to test.
also
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm doing.
potion of dewatering lungs, which kind of tells you how rough the filter has been in those pools recently. You get the sense that, what's entertainment without a little bit of blood? So, and since it's not like gold level people competing here, this is kind of where the budget went slack.
Got it.
You look like you had a question.
He asked if I wanted to try the mask on. I took it and put it on Callahan's face.
Do you allow this?
Don't know if I would have been fast enough to stop him.
Roll me perception.
I mean,
You notice, and a 3 is a bad thing that happens. Well, do you want to allow it, or do you want to not allow it if you notice? Because that might determine
what's it
what
a
the
mask
third
of?
We don't know.
you know those old Grecian masks representing drama, one with a big happy face, it looks like a creepy mime, kind of like V Vendetta, the other with the frowny face. This is
The
a
comedy and
mask.
tragedy
Yes,
masks.
this is a
Yeah.
mask with comedy with the.
I'm
face.
going to allow this.
Okay,
Thanks. It wouldn't have worked on Phil anyway. He's a monster.
alrighty. Roll me luck.
Oh. I see.
How did you think the roll would be anything else?
Oh no.
8.
I got an 8.
It's 5 and a
It
3.
was an 8. Let's retry at 5.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
It was rolling at 3. Okay. For a second, you feel like it's about to reject you, and this is going to go badly.
But it doesn't.
And
It
then-
fixes my tail.
You hear what sounds like an old AOL dial-up modem as it's connecting. You guys just see like these blue lines come out and attach to his lizard face. The mask reshapes to actually fit a lizardman's face.
Yeah, I'm real glad I didn't put that fucking thing on.
So let's see. This time we're not going to cancel out. We're going to do a good and a bad. The good news is you guys hear a loud snap and his tail is back to normal. You no longer have the minus stealth.
When everybody goes to look at that snap, I'm gonna swipe an antidote.
Okay, go for it.
Footman.
Do I start chewing on Phil?
We will get to what the 3 is about later.
Okay.
Or at what I would call an opportune time.
When it's funny.
When you're looking through the eyes, you kind of notice like there's almost like these little analytics come into your mind, which mean a little bit, but not too much. You look at Phil. Weakness, salt water, attack the rusted joints.
Okay. And see
You
how
get,
that would be.
you
useful.
get a little list. Yeah, you're kind of looking around. You look at are you looking at your other teammates or? What
Yeah, I'll
okay,
scan everything.
You must
So-
know.
Especially if the
this.
other there's other arena contestants in here. Gonna peruse them.
So you see the dwarf who was sitting there just kind of looking at a magazine. Who's responding?
Ooh,
And-
we got
You've acquired a knee-high samurai.
What's up?
Well,
oh, it is Knee-High Samurai. There we go.
And you see what the
is that another shame factor?
It sure is.
wow. So let's see. We did
Need a
wombats. We did Pluto. We did. Now I can come up with one. Just have to believe in myself
Welcome in, the High
did
Samurai. Hope you've been
armadillos.
well.
and not give away hundreds of free ones that has started to come back to bite me now.
Anything about stars?
think I have one.
Or the cosmos.
I'm sure there's a pre-show, but this is my favorite one. So American politician Cassius Clay was so famous for dueling with pro-slavery people that he was not allowed to campaign for a relative because they were afraid he would shoot so many slave owners it would be considered voter fraud. If you haven't seen that Fat Electrician video on him on YouTube, it is amazing. I'll also try to think of a bonus once I did cover that in pre-show, but that's just the best.
There's a good chance.
Also, I want a personal defense cannon.
Yes.
These are needed.
Well, and there are weird rules on what type of weapons you can have if they're antiques or not.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's an antique versus antique copy, you might be able to legally in some places actually have a cannon.
I know
just don't know
somebody
what the
that has
rules are. Huh.
Yeah, because he was asking where he could get black powder around here. He's like cannon powder, and I was like, what for? And he said, for my cannon.
That is the best answer to that question ever.
It really was. Yeah, I was like, oh.
Oh, I
touche.
see. I have no idea, but that is fascinating.
And I also got a nightmare inducing one I like.
It's a good story.
Every continent except Antarctica has spiders that eat bats. There's not a single continent that doesn't have a bat-eating spider in it.
Everything about that.
I don't like
Despise that.
I like spiders, so to me that's great.
Oh,
Yes, buddy.
thank you, Beals, buddy.
Welcome in, Beelzebuddy.
Our
Thank you
noise
very
is
much
off
for the
again.
sub.
Wait,
Glad you like those.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Indeed.
No, the notifications are on. They can hear the notifications. It's just
Okay.
the text-to-speech isn't working.
And we can't hear that.
We
Well-
can't hear the notification, so it doesn't interrupt things.
Right.
So you see the dwarf, and it goes, oh, weaknesses, work ethic, mechanical ability questionable, despite what resume says.
I should make him the Warforges nurse.
I think he'd be real good at it.
You look over at Nathan, and says, impressive thief,
Likes cookies.
high charisma, breath weapon, and it's going through strengths. Last known holder of artifact. Weaknesses, $500,000 bounty.
I'm gonna get paid. Oh wait, no, team building.
I mean, you probably can. Horrible things are just going to happen if you fail the team building, because you're going to have to do more team
The team once talked Danton into cashing in his bounty. On
In
himself.
fairness, that was because one of them was evil and the other one hated you.
It sounds like Brendan was just really fucking stupid.
He was. It was going to be so funny having him write up a new character when they just never came back for him.
Which was exactly what was going to
Yeah.
happen.
And you look over him, and a mask goes, and it's giving you different things, and saying like, says weakness, which doesn't make any sense, inability to roll highly, which
And his face.
you feel like you should understand, but you don't.
You don't understand the meta, so
Yeah.
you can't make fun of me for it. If he put it on, he could have made fun of me for it.
So it's excellent bartender. You look at a few different things, and you say it says understands bullshit of the situation best, and then at the bottom it says level 1 diagnostic complete, not authorized for level 2.
Okay.
Is that just for me,
Also-
or is that for everybody?
For everyone.
Okay.
And while you have the mask on, go ahead and have +1 for any dodge or armor or attack.
I think you missed an opportunity. But it is funny giving it to Cal.
That 3 is coming around, and I'm glad to not be in its way.
You know what? That's
Not
valid.
not directly in its way.
I was gonna say you're making a big assumption
Yeah,
there, and then you
probably
corrected
catch
yourself, which I
some sort of
appreciate that.
backlash.
It could be bad for you. You don't know.
It could be, but it's going to be worse for you.
You don't know that.
I do.
I don't.
He understands the meta of the situation. I
I
think he
do.
knows. No.
So, what's it doing, Callahan?
Pretty lights.
Can you be more specific?
Some other things and stuff.
Motherfucker, don't you have a fucking
You smell
degree?
better.
What?
He's just fucking with you. You know that, right?
I can't tell. He's so genuine.
I mean, it likes me,
Okay, that's just genuinely concerning.
so there's that.
Okay.
So he's not going to tell you what it does because that would be too useful.
I mean, I'm glad
Oh,
that
but-
it likes you.
You hear a voice.
This is probably yours, and I hand him the lockpicks.
You hear a voice in your head that says, Psst, have you ever
Okay.
thought about burning it all down?
Yes.
And I take a step away from it.
Go on.
No, he's the only one who heard that voice. Although, you say the yes, go on out loud?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to arch an eyebrow because
Just wait for our opportunity. It'll be great.
Fucking knew it. It's a cursed artifact. Chaos Chain is talking in his head.
Okay.
or it's a leprechaun. It's probably a leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
All leprechauns are chaos.
Now burn it! Burn it all!
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Was
Nope.
able to
Over
get
our price.
decision.
He
But-
tells me to burn
Who's he
things.
talking to?
When he
Shane.
says those things in
Yes.
his head, he says yes or off or whatever, like he's conversing with a mask. You guys just hear inane small talk.
Directed in any particular direction?
Callahan's, I'm hungry. Why can't we have bacon? What kind of medical place doesn't have a healing potion? It's stuff that makes sense, but it's kind of old man rants.
Can I chase my tail?
Shit.
When you talk normally to them, it makes
So, yeah,
sense.
no,
When you
I'm
have
not-
any response to the
Okay.
mask voice, it just, you hear yourself, they hear something else.
Okay.
They
He
hear,
literally asked like 4 questions that he already knows the answer to.
I mean, he doesn't know why they don't have bacon.
I don't know what.
Though the obvious answer would be because you're in the equivalent of jail and not the buffet, but you know.
Yeah, like this
It's
is not a
bacon.
complicated answer.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Yay.
I mean, he did get. I think the person said thrown into a wall or something.
Yeah, what
when
the
they were
fuck
coming up
happened?
here. Yeah.
He was
What?
a human dart.
Goblins.
We missed.
A, he's not human. B, he's not dart shaped. And C,
I was
how the
pretty-
fuck did you
That
miss?
was pretty dart shaped.
He was fairly aerodynamic.
Yeah,
That only raises further questions about how you miss.
you hear from one of the maintenance, like, yeah, the aerodynamic shape wasn't the problem. The
You get
aim was.
You get the fin up and it, you know.
Look, I understand the
bit.
basics of aerodynamics.
Alright, concussion check. He, like, lights one of your eyes, you're, like, trying to look through the mask. You can tell he's just, Yep, you're probably concussed. Alright. And then he just walks off, like, no treatment.
So did you literally just throw him into a wall?
So there was a goblin on a donkey
Oh.
with a jousting stick. He
They didn't
decided
even
to
have a lance, it was a jousting stick. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Continue.
There you are, little fella. I just started chasing my tail.
and he jumped on me like I was gonna play chicken.
It would have worked.
He's not that heavy, he's a lizard.
So I reached behind
He wasn't even
myself
wearing
and yeeted him like a dart. Unfortunately, it was a small ass, and I went high.
Okay.
Still a lizardman.
That explains some things about him. Why are you rusty?
I went for a swim that I didn't mean to go in.
How?
Have you seen the arena?
No.
No.
There are blatant OSHA restrictions completely gone.
Then why were you anywhere near it?
I had no choice.
This job.
I mean,
I
Combat.
chose
Throw it
not
up
to
in my
go
mouth
to
a little
jail.
bit,
You
but
could
I
have
have to agree with the
you could have stayed on your ledge.
You
The
could have.
guy
If
who
you would have gave me
concussed
time, I would have
Chuck
pulled
him.
out a lance. You could have ran forward.
You didn't even remember you had a lance.
I absolutely did.
You did not.
I did
You
so.
were screwing around with a jack bottle broken.
I think my recommendation
It
was
is.
solid. Yeah, they
It
were gonna
is
get through the first round.
makes me a nigh invincible,
I was gonna say fine, but
like
No.
warrior.
adequately.
it
No.
was a good evaluation.
Single-handedly won that.
Round
They-
two.
Against both the
Alright.
donkey and the goblin.
All right.
You see,
Since I'm not going to get any more oil
You see a maitre d show up and like, all right, you guys are on in the main event in 20. Best of luck, by the way. And
Little more oil.
looks at you. I don't know how you found enough to get that much rust off. We don't carry oil down here.
Are you sure? Can I check?
Where were you stashing that?
I could pee on
You know what? No.
There it is.
Question retracted.
I
There
have
it is.
compartments.
Don't need to know. Don't need to know. Special good luck to you. Probably will not let them throw you like that again. Some of the walls have spikes this time around. Anyway, gentlemen,
Concussion
as
too.
the apologies for the
Concussion.
you know, we're too lazy to see whose fault it was, so we're just gonna kind of assume that, you know, blah 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 blah, reimbursement, in addition to a free meal, a nice box of the upcoming show. We're also gonna give you one free token to influence any of the individuals competing as you wish.
1 token each.
negotiations.
No, one for the watch.
Oh, well, that's fair.
But
I had to try them.
But you do make a cute couple.
Thank you.
I'm
So
the top.
I'll explain later.
Hey.
The dick.
Yeah, the tracks.
It doesn't explain anything, but it tracks.
Yeah, look,
It gives him the general vibe of the company explanation. He gets it.
yeah, it's enough of an explanation that I'm willing to let it ride for the moment.
So would you like to arm yourself with anything other than the jagged bottle, or are we going for round 2 with that? You still have your shield. It is bloodied. Would you like a clean one?
Oh yeah, I'll need a new shield,
Okay.
but I'm gonna stick with the bottle. I gotta think that's the way to go.
And I'll allow you to remember that you did rage. That
Yes.
you can rage. So that might be something to keep in mind.
I also apparently can scream, but I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah.
So
Might take a little bit of tinkering, but you know, if you're not angry and damaged in the corner, it's worth a shot.
Callahan, do you want some backup? Not me. I found a harpoon.
oh, can I use a harpoon in this?
If you can get the weapon from the back room, you can use it.
We are in the back room.
You are in the back room.
Hand me that harpoon.
There you go.
Here you go.
You have a harpoon.
All right.
Anything else interesting?
Shut up. You don't get anything.
Aside from that and the mask, I did find a map. I think it's relevant. Okay. Speaking of which, oh yeah. If anybody finds out that we're associating with you, you might be visited by some goons. Don't worry, they're completely incompetent. You can definitely take. Speaking of which, I feel like we should probably figure out what the fuck this map is leading us to.
There's a map,
This map.
and we were. Where did you find that, and when?
I found it in the room when you were tying blankets together.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't exactly time to explain, and then we fell off the balcony and on the.
The goons are also very upset with me. I may have
Blinded is the word you're looking for.
discouraged them from entering the room as much as I could before we left.
It was real good.
It's very gracious considering everything that happened in the following 5 minutes.
We're alive, and given what the fuck happened, I'll call that.
Wait,
very-
what happened?
You have bigger problems. We're gonna go
Submitted
deal with them now.
to-
Bye.
Oh, it's just Wheels, buddy.
Yep. Yes.
And he got
Hi.
home from work.
Good.
You're getting shown to your seats as you were getting prepped up. Would you like any new weapons since you, I assume, both of your metal bats in the water?
Yeah, they're gone.
And bats.
I was thinking of it.
This.
Ooh, that sounds fun, but slicey weapons can get stuck in things.
So can bats.
Much harder.
Yeah.
You want to hand me that lance that
It
you're never
depends
going
on
to
what
use?
you're fighting. If you're fighting like a gelatinous cube, I'd rather have the katana.
All right.
Mm,
I pull out the lance. And I hand it to him.
Okay.
The biggest baseball bat.
Yes.
Look, I saw the arena side, the way it's laid out.
Mm.
A pokey stick, it will definitely work much better this time.
They might change the arena.
That's true, they may.
You
They
might not be
literally
facing
told you
mountain
they
opponents.
changed to the arena.
Well, they said they put spiky bits on the wall.
They
I
said they
think-
put spikes on the wall specifically.
Yes, I know. So I'm not gonna run into the wall. I may throw him at the wall again.
Pale man.
I mean,
You are very pale, anyways.
well,
Carrying on.
neat.
All right. So you guys get shown to some very nice seats. They are in kind of a raised area. So imagine kind of like a skybox at a football game for the rich people. You have like foods, refreshments. You have a waiter coming in, bringing various wines or champagnes or whatever else you'd like to imbibe. So, which apparently in this world, the time period, cocaine and stuff is still legal and is actually giving us an option underneath the silver tray.
Oh, fun.
Goes like down, and you're introduced to. There's just kind of a gnome standing there in a tuxedo, and like, if you gentlemen need anything, just please let me know. Otherwise, I will just stand here quietly.
And when you say anything,
Within purview, I mean, I'm not a god or anything.
I mean that's fair.
No, pay attention.
Speak up.
I don't need it.
Come on. Ugh.
All right.
So we look down at the arena. There is what looks like 3 main kind of platforms, almost kind of like a Mayan pyramid design. Steps coming up on each side and a large flat basin on top. In the middle of one of them, it seems to be a pool of water and another oil. You can't really see the third one. It's almost like a swirling energy. There's a combination of footpaths and like little rivulets at the bottom, so it's not a water major type setup, but you get the feeling those things run pretty deep if you get knocked in. Some of them also appear suspiciously like acid as opposed to water.
Got an increment of chain. You do that.
There were 4 doorways entering into the arena from each side. You figure you got about 5 minutes until the show starts.
So great.
Yeah.
I pull out the set of lockpicks. After I put on the mask, Callahan gave me these and said that I could probably use them.
How the fuck would he know that?
I'm guessing the mask.
That's concerning.
Which also tells me that I am probably self-based to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
So you are not,
Absolutely not.
being the size of a hallway.
I'm wearing armor.
I think you stay here with that little influence coin, and if the thugs show up, at least it'll be in public, while I go and follow this map to try to retrieve the artifact.
Not thugs, they're goons.
It's true.
They know their place.
No, I'm being racist to the goons.
I mean, it's more classist because it's more job related.
I mean, it's all bigotry.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, in my case, it's more just personal, individual disrespect, but still.
Makes
So, yeah.
sense.
Any other input?
I have an idea of what to see if I can ask about from our good friend over there.
Don't worry, I am used to serving these boxes. I don't care about your lockpicks or your mask or, you do you. I am
Oh.
just here to serve.
I was just gonna ask for some help dealing with a little security problem that we ran into earlier today.
Such as.
We were accosted by hired goons. At least that's what they said.
Okay, do they give names?
Nah, room 117. If you were looking at any security details or anything, we tried to call, and the security guy was. He thought he was being pranked.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
I
there's
didn't
there's
exactly
been this kid
stop.
who's doing all kinds of prank calls. It's been really frustrating. I mean, you go to save IP freely, and then you go to save Seymour bots, and then at some point you just get tired of it. Like I get that you try to entertain yourself if the parents are like neglectful, but there's a certain point you gotta be more constructive with it.
And I can understand that, but we had a real emergency, and that sort of sucked.
Okay, let's be. He's like flipping through a book. They weren't illithids, were they?
No.
Not that I saw.
Dun. I assume they're not 7 dwarfs with mind paint, or you probably would mention that.
No, not that I saw. One of them was wearing a red dress.
Yes, that.
Ooh, elf and a big half orc behind her.
2.
Okay. Yes. Unfortunately, they have platinum level tickets, so
So to be clear, platinum level tickets allow you to randomly accost and potentially assault other passengers.
Yes.
if they're underneath platinum level, you bet it does.
Fuck, I gotta get me some of those. Good to know, though.
Yeah.
That is an interesting perk. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we generally don't encourage it, but as long as they're with the guild, I try not to get involved.
That's fair. Which guild are they with?
Let's see. Oh, that's an interesting name. Antiquities, relocation, and certification.
Oh,
Huh.
Oh wait. Let's see. Subcategory artifactus, gravis. I think that's Latin.
Yeah, no, but I think we get the point.
yep. I'm picking up what's being put down there.
Boy, one of these stole something real good if you got them after you.
Actually, that does bring up a question. You seem to have a lot of info. What do you got on us? Just out of curiosity.
Done.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a very impressive bounty on you, sir.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So, just do. And you stole something really nice. If you're in the antiquities, actually, I would strongly recommend visiting our Museum of Favorite Oddities if you're going to be on your way to see the captain or attempt to steal something in that direction later. Seems like your kind of thing.
I appreciate that. It sounds like it could be very cinematic.
It's a nice collection.
Good to know.
I don't understand all of it, but I mean, occasionally you get someone who really goes off on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Dun. Let's see. You came on board with 2 magical items. Mask of Gesture Seeing. And other one, you paid to not identify. Smart. And let's see. +1 Goliath. Oh, happy honeymoon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna side eye you at this point.
I told you he was a dick.
Yep.
You're the top.
Let's see. Dun.
Obviously.
No storage on spells. Free buffet. Looks like you have the ability to use lockpicks. We don't tend to be intrusive, but you just kind of have to know these things just in case.
I mean, yeah, you seem. I mean, when you literally have it here where people can just randomly assault other people, it's kind
Is
of
that
important
because,
for security to know the full
Brain
gates
gates that have-
in it.
And apparently you hate zebra stripe? I'm not sure why that detail's in here.
Looks,
Also, we requested a non-shag carpeting. Non-shag carpeting in your suite. That would qualify distinctly as Shane is a dick. Based on how he rearranged Braden's basement in the prime timeline after the first incident.
Huh.
Interesting.
Out of curiosity.
Mhm.
Is it possible to furnish the back room for the fighters with a proper suite of healing implements? They look a little anemic.
I mean, we can do it at the next port. It's just, I mean, people kind of like their blood. They don't really think about the healing after.
You know what? That's fair, but
You hit the right ones where they kind of like the old gladiator stuff. Sometimes you'll get them bringing their own physician's board.
that's fair. But if you could do it at the next port, that'd be awesome. I'd appreciate it.
No problem. Would you like me to turn my back as you slip away, sir?
Sorry, what was that?
He's asking if he would like for you to have him turn his back as you slip away.
Can you promise me that you won't mention it to anyone else?
Yes, sir. Yes, I can.
I think that is perfectly sufficient. You seem like a consummate professional.
I do my best.
Also, if you could, I figure the people who broke down our door probably rifled through the room. If you could send somebody up there to just fix the door, I'd appreciate that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Maintenance is pretty top notch. You're probably already on it.
Leave
Oh,
mint on
wonderful.
pedal.
Would you like a double or triple lock installed just in case?
Single lock, I think, will be fine as long as there's like a titanium bar or something we can use for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the good old-fashioned medieval castle. Gotcha.
Yeah.
We can do that.
I appreciate your help, and as far as anybody else should know, I am in this box.
You got it.
And is there any bacon lying around?
I can get you some from the buffet.
Would you make sure that there's a nice order of it in for the folks who win the fight?
Oh, that we can do.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Okay. Nathan, make me a quick roll. We're gonna call this a luck roll. Cool. You earned it. So you slip out, and then as you slip out, you see on a big board kind of in the arena area to welcome everyone to the arena. There's a general showing. There's a short announcement of if you have any information on the individual who gave a great introduction in the buffet earlier today, please have him report to the captain for possible work. And you see a really badly drawn picture of Phil as a human. Like someone's not paying attention when they got their information on who did the intro earlier. And then it's actually just oh, and we would like to give a special thanks to our special guests. And then you see a spotlight that goes to the box, but you're the only one there. Doesn't light the whole thing, just the middle. So
Awkward.
yeah, but you know he could be in the side, hitting the buffet tray, and let's give a special thanks to our security and rescue who managed to bring these two aboard after their almost tragic accident. And it shows a big picture of you two with names on this giant screen in the middle of the arena.
And then arrows point to your
Yeah,
box.
with a spotlight right to the box.
Incidentally.
And then it turns off as the person goes into ready for the show.
Cool. I'm gonna look over at the guy. Healing potions?
There might be some in the bar, but you would have to try to negotiate for the bar bottle. You know, you never know what bartenders are stashing from out of doors.
Really?
I mean, it's generally not like the hallucinogenic stuff that people like to do around here. So.
Well, yeah, but where is this bar?
Well, there's the main buffet one, but I would probably try the private buffet.
Oh,
You,
right, we have one of those.
You guys actually have tickets after the show.
Okay,
Same direction as the museum and the captain.
neat.
And they kind of understand this, but clearly, like the ship, everything better just keeps going in this direction, and you guys are just steadily moving up. So it would not be a surprise to you if you were there to learn that that's exactly how the layout takes. So you kind of suspect as much.
It makes sense.
Okay, back. You two give me luck rolls.
Yeah.
9.
3 and a 4.
Okay, let's re-roll at 6 and 4 and see if we can start this off right.
5.
Not quite a 4.
So Phil has a 3 and a 2, and Callahan has a 3 and a 5.
But Callahan has a success and Phil has a failure. Cool.
Sounds
Both
about
have
right.
something bad.
So, Okay, I think for...
He wants to punish himself.
Apparently.
If you fail a roll, I do feel like that's the appropriate punishment.
Well, it's not great, I'll say that much.
You're being very
Alright.
charitable.
So, yes, I am. Hope springs eternal for reasons I still do not understand. Anyhow. So I'm going to say the, you both go into these chambers they have you walk into, because they're not having you go up the stand, they're having you go into spring-loaded chambers.
Spring-loaded chambers?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
It's like you kind of see where this is going. So, a horn goes off, and you feel yourself luging suddenly through air as a quick spell just kind of lifts you up and tosses you out of the arena.
I'm aerodynamic.
Yes, you're airborne, and you are kind of prepared, so you see yourself coming up. So you're going to make a successful landing. And I'm going to say that you make your landing perfectly just fine. And I'll say the bad thing that happens is, as opposed to being in the middle pyramid, which just seems to have a water pool in the middle, you're on the far left one. that has kind of what looks like a spirit twirl coming out of it, almost like some ghostly ethereal tornadoes. So you get the sense that you don't really kind of want to be there. The first clue being that the mask gives you kind of like a and then comes back into focus.
Okay.
And you were seeing some faces you'd rather not see out of that ethereal mist.
Is it Braden?
Sure, why not? It's right.
Is he like naked or is there like a thong?
I said faces.
Okay.
Yeah,
Unless you wear thongs in a very strange way, there's probably not a thong.
There could be a thong.
There could be a thong.
It's hypothetically.
I have questions I don't want to ask.
Depending on how much he drank, there might be a thong.
alternate universes.
Right.
So, Phil.
There's more asking about his motivations for asking.
You
those
would have
questions.
really liked that oil pyramid. But you're going to land on the one that has a pool in the middle. And,
In it.
yeah, you don't land in the pool because you didn't do a massive failure. But you go to catch yourself and you think you have it, but you feel your knee lock up from some of that leftover rust, and you just kind of skid. So you were starting off in a prone position, and you were looking up at kind of a confused looking dwarf with who's just kind of holding a hammer. He's like, yeah. So roll me dodge. And you're at -1 because of the rust.
+1 to taking damage.
If he hits you, yeah.
See it?
5 and 2.
That's your roll at 5.
Yeah, you're gonna get 4.
That's much worse.
Much worse.
That's a 3.
+1 to Constitution and +1 to damage or taking damage.
I'll give you that. So that'll be 5, 6, 7. But then you're also -1 for rust, so 6. So back to failure with a 3, and yeah, he rings your noggin. And like you kind of start to dodge, and you're like, "Aha, I got it!" And it hits your shoulder, and you just feel that full vibration. So,
Fuck.
yep, you take a hit.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have put that bullseye on your noggin. That's my B.
And I'd say you're a little bit disoriented, but that's not gonna have a direct effect on you now. So you land on your feet. He's in the middle pyramid. You're over here. You look ahead of you. Are you going to try to meet up with your teammate? Do you survey? Or are you going to immediately attack whatever's in front of you?
I'd like to scan what's in front of me. I guess that is it big?
It is a human, about 6'3", kind of looking down at you, and he seems to be armed with what looks like a Louisville Slugger. That's
big
autographed
enough.
for some reason.
I am going to I'll slice a bitch.
To the knee.
All right. So, going with the bottle to start with, it looks like.
That's a 9.
6 and a 2.
Yeah, let's reroll at 6 and see if it's still a 9.
Additionally, Tribbles has redeemed the hydrate.
It is.
It is still a
Still
9.
a
Look
9.
at that.
Damn it, I gotta go get
Thanks, Tribs.
Still appreciate you.
Yeah, so, as you were watching, Phil does what Phil does, but you're not taking a crossbow bolt to the face, so...
You know what? That seems reasonable.
And he's not getting murdered by a door, so I guess this is improvement?
I'll take it.
And, you look over and Callahan looks competent. He rushes a human, and he just goes for the slice. Does kind of like a little bit of a dodge as the human starts to attack, and he hits it. That human is hurting. You also notice that as he does that, from the flickering weird ethereal, there looks like little tendrils are kind of reaching out towards the wound.
I don't want to be in this pyramid.
No.
You do not want to be in that pyramid.
Okay, so you're sneaking off doing something. Tell me about that.
I have a map.
Uh-huh.
The map says to go to a place
Uh-huh.
that is like underneath or kind of
It's kind of in the
behind
arena, yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So
So,
try to get down to there.
go ahead and roll me... Yeah, let's make this a wisdom check,
Alright.
which I think you're a +1 with,
Did in fact have a +1.
because you're wise in real life.
Take a word for it.
6 and 1.
Well, you know, since you had doubts, let's reroll at 6 then.
Yeah.
Damn it.
3.
So that's just rolled into a 2. That's going to be a grand total of 4.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
You said it's really hard to understand your handwriting because it's chicken
Right.
scratch.
Yeah.
Generally, you're good with maps when you sit down, but you apparently hurry because you realize as you're looking at this, there are at least 2 places where, like, the dotted line you assume has to follow loop the loops for reasons you cannot understand. Like maybe you thought you were throwing someone off, or maybe Shane's just a dick. I don't
Did
know.
I go through the goddamn fence or some shit? What the fuck?
Yeah, and so
Shit, I should have had Callahan look at this thing. He would have understood it with a weird ass map.
and so you still feel like you're making some progress, but this is gonna be a little bit harder than you were hoping for.
I might be able to live with that. We'll see if the goons find me.
That is fair. So, how are you enjoying the show?
I am, but I'm also kind of keeping an eye out for the entry to the area because
You kind of got highlight for some goons.
I got highlighted, so I'm
And you're on the
keeping an
list
eye
now.
out. In fairness, they assaulted my room.
They did, but you're on the list now, so maybe we should do a roll.
2 and 5.
That's a 7.
Yeah.
And they're not here yet. Cool.
Cool.
I'll enjoy the show. Callahan seems capable.
I haven't died yet.
Alrighty.
You're doing great.
I'm doing better than I
So,
thought.
you just got dinged by a dwarf with a hammer who must just be thinking his lucky stars he's dealing with a metal opponent. I mean, how lucky do you get? So, what would you like to do?
Roll it to me and stab.
Okay. Go for it. Minus
your
1 because of the
lance?
rest. Oh, that's a good roll.
Yeah.
5 and a 6.
Yeah, let's reroll that 6. See if it holds up.
Skewered dwarf.
Motherfucker!
So that went from an 11 to 6 for those of you watching.
It's the lance. Does he get any bonuses for that?
Nope.
All right, you suck at your job.
So plus -1 for the rest. That's unfortunate.
Yep, sure is.
But no bad thing happened. So that's something.
Yeah, we just missed.
No,
Which is
no.
bad enough all on its own.
Now, in
Doesn't
fairness,
need any extras.
if he was human or elf, you would have got him.
Short fuckers.
But he's short. Because dwarves
You've
are
been
shorter.
doing that aiming high.
So yeah,
Should
you like you really
you think
should
that'd be better?
you
if
should
my
have
wife-
took the time and back to recalibrate, and yeah, it just you kind of miss. Would you like to? You know what? Nah, you are focusing on attacking, so we will keep it at that. Well, you cut a bitch.
I did.
Would you like to push him into the water, push him down the pyramid, cut him again?
I was gonna try to yarp him into it. Let's see if I can get that yell thing going.
Okay, gonna go
Oh,
rage
he's
or
gonna rage.
Not necessarily rage. I'm gonna save that for later.
okay.
I wanted to try the yell
He's going to yell real
Oh,
fucking
try that.
loud.
and see if I can knock him back with that.
Yeah.
right.
Roll to go in because you have not successfully done it yet, so we need to see if we can come down.
5 to
8.
3.
Yeah. I like how sideways this can go with one of those dice. So let's roll the 5 and see if we can get this fully sideways.
I do fully sideways. Yes!
Yeah.
Fully sideways!
Double
3.
three.
Somebody's getting
Oh,
stabbed
boy.
in the throat.
So you reach down and suddenly you have it, and you are so excited, and you are gonna just yeet this person right out of it. And then you go, and it's like when you're gonna shoot a blow dart, but then you inhale it, and there's this loud shout, and you are blown backwards by your own thaumaturgic blast,
Okay.
and you are crashing down the stairs as you will also take a damage from your own attack.
That'll work. How many damage can I take?
Let's just say you don't really want to go above 3 without serious consequences.
Okay.
Huh.
So he was looking competent.
And then he basically hiccuped on his own foosrona.
I fell.
From the side, you hear,
Oh, Shabbat.
and then no one was a, sorry, sir, I couldn't help myself.
No apology necessary. That was legitimately funny.
Would you like to roll for map reading
Your secrets.
again? Well, that's a 4 with a 3. 4 totals, so it's a 3 and a 1. So, oh,
Question.
yes.
Would natural explorer give me a +1?
I would say yes, it would.
So +1 for wisdom, +1 for natural explorer.
Puts you at a 6.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's not enough.
Shit.
But good to know for the future.
Indeed.
But right now it's a 6, which is still a failure with something bad happening. You know what? Roll your dice. This will be a 50-50 on what the bad thing is.
5 and a 2.
Okay, so no goon is going to catch you in the side eye as you are, or friend of goons as you were. But I'm going to say the bad thing is that you were clearly veer off in the wrong direction. So you were spending time that you don't necessarily have because you are on the Titanic.
I'm on the fucking Titanic. It sounds like it's getting reasonably late into the evening. And there's a goons.
Yeah.
None of these are good things. All of these are time sensitive.
Yeah, it's a rough spot to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah. If only there's like a map reading mask somewhere or something. Anyway.
He needs to not get his shit kicked in.
It's true.
It's not working, but he can try.
Yeah.
It worked a little.
It did work a little.
Yeah. Until last, I mean, the double threes, the mask can only do so much.
Right.
But, yeah, in your head, you kind of hear the mask go like. You feel like it's about to say something,
Burn
and then you
off.
blasted yourself back, and it just kind of fizzled and held up for a moment. Okay, Madeline, can I give this another shot?
Yep.
Okay. What
Like,
are we doing?
fully upright and trying stabby stabs.
Nope.
Fuck no.
So
It's not
that's a
bad.
three. That's a 3 and a 1. That's a fail with a bad thing. I think after that many, so would one of you like to lend me a pair of dice?
You actually have one right there.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, you
Didn't
got
even
your
know it.
own.
Yeah, I took care of you.
That's a 6. So
Yeah, there's a good thing for Shane.
I mean, now I would like to have a 7 because I was going to roll for the human there. But something good happens, which is he moved. The person you're fighting with moves you during the fight, or the dwarf moves you, so that you are standing much closer to. You have your back to the actual water now.
Ah, fuck it.
It's gonna knock you in.
He
Sure,
sure
try.
fucking
And then
is.
you're gonna do your little impersonation of a pound. Yeah.
So, alrighty. So,
That's you because you have T-Rex arms.
lizard,
That's the
lizard man who just blew himself down the side of a pyramid.
Right? That's where I'm
Make
at.
me an agility save to stop rolling down the pyramid.
Oh, I can do that.
But Will,
Oh,
you're using the
no.
question.
No, I'm fine with the 3 and the 2. You keep rolling, and I think the bad thing that happens is you break your tail again.
+1 armor. Not for my tail.
Not for your tail.
Okay.
And the 6 is still a fail.
Yes. It's a big pyramid.
Yep, it is a. You're
So
ready to
you-
go.
It's gonna take a while.
You remember that
You
game of golf with your
sprained
friends
your
that we played where I knocked my ball down the pyramid and it just kept going?
Going one by one,
One
yeah, just
step by one
keys.
step down this giant Aztec pyramid.
Yep.
That's you. You're the ball.
You still stabbing at the dwarf who is hitting you with a hammer, or hurting you like a cattle towards the water?
Yeah.
Mocking your mother, the blender,
Your mother was a blender?
according to him.
Wasn't even one of those good blenders. It was a blue light special. At
One of those
Kmart.
knockoff
Dude, those
blenders?
things last forever, though. They suck, but they last forever.
in the sucky state.
I was gonna say,
It's not a Vitamix, but it will blend.
yeah, it started off trash and grew up to be garbage. That's nothing to be proud of.
I will definitely take a stab going to, like, maneuver away from water.
Okay. Roll for it. I want to so bad right
Fucking hell!
That is the
Second in a row for him?
now. Third.
Third. Jeez.
That's a 3 and a 1.
Again.
I'd spend my token on you, but I don't think it'll help you at this point.
If it kept me out of
Oh,
the
that's
water,
what's making me fall down. People have been using their tokens. It's
No,
only logical, that's
sure.
why.
I'll go with that.
Sure, that's what happened.
Yeah, you try, and I think the bad thing that happens is you feel one step head towards the water, and your foot dips in, and you pull it out, and you realize, there's not like a step in a ledge. That's like a deep pit, and you're just teetering on the edge. And he's gonna take a swing at you because
He earned it.
3 threes in a row.
Yeah. No. That's a 7
He takes his hammer and
+1 to taking damage and Constitution.
oh, he doesn't care about your damage. He's just
trying to push you.
he's
Yeah.
hitting you like a pool cue, and you fall into the water.
Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He wasn't even trying to damage you. He saw his goal. He's assuming you probably don't float.
That's a fair
The
assumption.
rest was a giveaway. Roll me a save to stay on the surface versus sink immediately. May I suggest 2 threes? It'd be hilarious.
Right? That's about where this is going.
Hey,
There's
Sprinkler.
an 11.
It's a 6 and a 5.
You were
Flailing.
floating on the surface.
Or we could say the lance is like fully across the pit and I'm hanging
Yeah, you
on.
just like hang. I like that. Yeah, it's a good save. You just hang on. All right. So, would you like to do something? Like stop falling down the
That.
pyramid?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, let's roll for that.
Well, maybe
With a mask, actually, that would put you above.
I can at least stop, not gracefully, but stop.
Yeah,
got a
you just
4.
go skid.
Oh, I got a
Yeah,
4.
you do that.
True.
I'd say the good thing is you kind of stop before any damage happens, so you're not too
Minus
far
your
down.
tail.
But you're just kind of there in a bit of a vulnerable position, but you are also away from
Peoples.
the weird spirit thing on top too. Yeah.
That is handy. Did it get the human?
You notice that there seems to be like a spectral kind of tendril that's going out towards the wound. It's not stopping him or restricting him, but it's attaching, which you should find very disconcerting.
Yeah, I don't want
So, Nathan, how are those map reading skills going?
Not well.
So that's a 2 and 2 for all of you watching.
I'm back to another total of 6.
The good news is you're not running into goons. That's about all I got for you right now.
I found the exact same abandoned, like, mini shopping center in a fucking side hallway for the 3rd
Yeah,
time.
you're like pulling up your chalk to mark a pillar, and you realize you have 2 marks there already. You just didn't see the other one because it was just off the side round, and you have 2 there, and you realize, fuck, that's 3 times.
Who the fuck draws a map like this?
You apparently.
Good question.
I am so much better than this, I think.
Evidently not.
Clearly. Shut up, Brain, you're not here.
Anything you would like to
You
do?
can understand the meta. You know what I'm about.
Anything you would like to do while you were enjoying the show? You do know that you are allowed to interfere if you want to throw something in contestants.
No. What level of influence do these tokens have?
So, you can throw a weapon, you can throw a bottle. You can, like, attack someone or throw them something to use. You can get pretty creative with them, too.
Define creative, because I did have an idea.
Throw me in the oil bath.
Throw a table out?
Oh, it has to be something that's thrown.
I mean, what was your creative idea?
I was gonna see if they could just have him trade places with one of the combatants on the oil pyramid.
Oh, that would be cool, but the teleportation thing, yeah, it's a bit much. Do you know You do not know teleportation magic as far as you know. You know what? I'll tell you what. If you roll a double 4 right now, I'll give it to you.
So he's saying
I know it's a long shot, but hey, you rolled some double 4s.
It has happened.
And he's the one who pisses me off the most with this dice rolls in an opportune time, so.
Well, you'll get nothing and like it. I
Not
got 8.
still,
He was
hey,
just
yeah.
a 6 and a 2.
Yeah, probably beyond what you can do with those.
Okay.
But I'll let you think on it as I try to kill your teammates over here.
I appreciate that.
No,
I
not a
stopped on
problem.
the pyramid.
So you are midway
You're
through the
doing
pyramid,
great, sweetie.
and you have a human coming down at you, trying to.
Oh, he got away from the pyramid top, huh?
I mean, it's still attaching to him, but it's not like it's still ethereal. Like you don't want it around you, but it's not holding him back from coming at you
Okay.
yet. You get the sense that maybe if you come up a few more times, it might work. So you know how to do lithaumaturgy now. That not like that, but
Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna go for the harpoon gun.
okay.
This seems like a good time for
Shoot.
harpooning. 8.
Ooh. Roll that 6.
Damn you!
I know, right?
Oh! Kicked right back over to another 6.
I thought it was gonna be a 4.
Yeah, it was rolling. Yeah.
really trying.
They're both good.
Yeah, you're just like, just kind of aiming. He comes down, looks up, and whoop, harpoon hits him right on the shoulder, and you
Good
see
enough.
the spur of blood, and you see 2 more tendrils pop up, and this time it is pulling him back towards the top.
That's what I thought.
Oh,
And,
you made a friend.
Yeah,
Sure did.
it's he is not in a good place.
Good, good, good. Not near me, getting pulled back towards the spirit pyramid that drinks blood.
I mean, you're down a harpoon, but it's probably a good time to use it.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I don't need the harpoon gun now. Like that.
you just kind of.
Yeah.
Bill, would you like to try getting out of the pool and not drowning?
Yes, I would.
Let's give that a shot.
Double 3. Double 3.
You could cost him a life vest.
I know exactly what happens. It
It
is
might
double,
be able
double
to float
three.
it back.
Well, yeah.
Does the
I'm
lance
not
break?
confident it will float a warforged back up. I was
Can I-
thinking an acid-proof rope.
As I'm scrambling, freaking out,
Mhm.
can I throw a minor illusion of like a mask or like a football helmet on backwards, where like it's blocking the dwarf's face vision?
The minor illusion is kind of like a little thing you can kind of see. It doesn't really work as a darkness or a blocker. Like creates kind of a small image. You can try it. You get the sense it'd be hard to work, especially since it's targeted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm
Because like
scrambling.
basically with the helmet on him, you know it wasn't a helmet because it would be
Giant
right there.
spider bat might work though.
Like, the last time I created a squirrel with symbols, it didn't work very well.
Spider bat.
That was a fucking journey for that again, mother.
Another 3 and 1.
Holy shit!
Oh my god.
I would
that
save you, but
hate
my
you.
god.
Your
your dice want
badness.
you to die.
I think the
It really seems
you fail, and I think the bad thing that happens is your lance snaps, and you have to make me a save to avoid drowning.
Now, should it snap or should he just lose grip of it?
He's a metal forged on a lance.
That's a good point. I guess it wasn't a magic lance like I was.
Fucking hell!
So roll me to see if you start drowning this turn or next turn.
9.
There is a 3.
9.
Well, let's roll a 6 to see if we get that 1.
There. it is.
Holy
What's that, like 5 in a row now?
yes!
No, there was a streak.
There's
breaker,
one, yeah.
But it just went right back.
There was so that 6 became a 3, so it's a 3 and a 1. So that is a failure with a 3. So you start drowning. Alrighty. So
I don't think I can help it.
that happened fast.
I'm not sure you can either.
Can Warforged drown?
Technically, no, but by the time he, deals with his
Derusts.
situation, he's just gonna be a rusty statue at the bottom of whatever pool he's in.
And considering how deep these things are they even gonna bother pulling him back up? Or are they just gonna rust eternally?
It'll be a barnacle. In fairness, aside, the dice have abandoned him at for me, the best possible
Right?
time. This
Yeah.
has been wonderful.
I mean, you seem to do fine when water is not involved.
Yeah.
The moment water shows up, everything.
The
goes
ultimate
to
D&D
suck.
killer, water.
It really
It
is.
is, yeah. Map reader, how are you doing? Yeah, +2 on this.
I had an idea of how to help you until you
Hey!
Okay,
A
goddamn.
3 and a 1.
imagine that.
So
Oh.
that's
Hey, ow!
It's spreading.
I caught this from you. You did this.
So I think the best thing that happens is you look up, and Brayden is looking at you. You manage to get right back into the main box where you started from.
Oh, hey, Phil's drowning.
I'm gonna look around to see if did I find a secret fucking door in here, or did I literally just
You
walk
were
through the
so
Water breathing
focused
is
after the 3 chalk marks that annoyed you that you just map focused and you came straight back into the box where you left.
Water
Fucking
breathing or water
goddamn-
walking.
I just spent 10 minutes being completely.
Yeah, but neither of those will.
Yeah.
Water breathing
Water
will
walking
help
would
him.
help him.
Water walking, but I can't cast it.
Well, you suck.
I just spent 10
We all got
minutes
one spell.
having no idea how to even get the fuck back here. This map is bullshit.
Give me a luck roll.
Double twos.
Good talk.
You need to stop.
Hey, Brady, would you like to give me a luck roll?
No, but I will.
Okay.
I'm afraid after all these terrible dice rolls
Yeah.
I've witnessing.
Uh-huh.
I've been just kind of casually mocking them, and now I have to
Somebody
actually
has to get the luck.
Oh my god!
It's a pair of twos.
Well, good talk. All right, so
Okay, so I'm doing so badly.
Now he's
Feel
getting
free to
drugged
map
back
where
up the pyramid,
fuck I
right?
might be going.
yes,
All right, I am going to ignore him and
Okay.
take a turn to survey.
Follow the bumblebee.
the rest of the battlefield.
There's a very-
See if I can get some stats.
there is a very proud-looking dwarf on top of the pool in your mask.
There.
It-
Yeah, that's what it was.
It almost goes like for a moment. It goes like old Tron school where you see the and you see what looks like in old school graphics, almost like one of those old woodland stoves, but you realize that might be Phil sinking slowly down the water in the middle.
Well, it doesn't.
And in the back pyramid, there is an ogre taking on a displacer beast. It's not going well for the ogre.
I will begin heading towards the dwarf because I don't want anything to do with that.
That's fair.
I have
Alright.
made the right decision.
So I will say you can make that movement. Phil, would you
Water breathing so you can stop.
Hey. Yep.
He'll get to it.
Yep.
Send him back.
You want to throw me the 6?
He needs to roll a 3.
But hey, maybe you roll at 6 again.
Nice.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
Indeed.
Hey,
That's better
close
than
enough.
that.
So you managed to, as you were saying, you managed to stabilize yourself and start swimming back towards the surface. So I'll say you can break the surface. You still need to get out your next turn, or you will start rusting again.
Okay.
And since your head pops up, the dwarf is going to take a swing.
Oh no! Does he fall in?
He does. He misses as you are bobbing weirdly, and he falls into the water with you.
Flotation device. Hold down until the bubbles stop.
I go down. I don't go on.
Yeah, but
Yeah, all you
you
have to
at
do
least
is
get a tie. Use your ultimate move. Full Nelson.
Okay,
Oh.
so I was trying to do something nice, and you both botched the roll. So
I have consulted with Braden. He has pointed out that, in fact, some of these squiggles on the map are actually numbers, not paths that I need to fucking take.
I'll probably be helpful.
There is a 3.
Can I leave again and reattempt?
You can.
Oh.
Damn it.
That was
6 and a 1. I mean,
It is a 6 and a
Unclimactic.
1.
For comedy's sake, you know I have to ask you to re-roll at 6.
Fucking goddamn it.
now it's terrible.
That literally just turned and stayed there.
It was like-
Didn't
it
even
was like-
roll.
it was
Could have ended. You could have ended the stuff.
it was like-
you did this.
Yeah, I love these. I love these one shots that inevitably go 2 or 3 sessions. Anyhow, welcome to your first chaos campaign. This is how they go.
I'm having a great.
There's a reason we only do one a year or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're sitting there thinking of how you might be able to help, and then Nathan suddenly walks back in.
Bro, really?
4 turns around the fucking.
You
fucking
take the
table.
map in his
What
hand.
part of 3 didn't you understand?
There's a 4 over here. The 3 is for the junctions that you have to pass and the cooling vents here.
You
No,
take
the 3 is for the turn.
you take the map in his hand, and then you turn over.
Oh.
Why didn't I draw the ship instead of just the inside rooms? I think the me whose brain I replaced was fucking stupid.
Hold on, put a pin in that.
Okay.
Sir,
I was wondering. That's what I was trying to give you the insight for. Yes?
we have a map of the ship, and could you help read this map?
Oh, certainly. I'll do my best. Oh, it's not the best handwriting. Okay, he's like tracing the lines. Yeah, I can do this. Just give me a moment and let me trace this out for you.
Thank you.
Is this a 4 or is that a backwards F? That's a weird chicken
I'm
scratch.
gonna be honest, I thought it was a fucking Q, my dude.
Oh, guys, ampersand.
that what that is?
It'll take a turn or two, but he is
You
on
know-
the case to help you.
You know, cocaine's on the menu. I'm pretty sure I must have had a problem when I was making this.
So you're on your way up the water pyramid.
Oh,
You're at the top.
well,
Or you
now
get
the
made-
dwarf is in there. I lost my stomach for it. How's that? I don't want to go in the water.
Yeah, that's fair.
How is the ogre and displacer beast like? I just know I'm gonna regret this.
Ooh,
I'm-
the ogre has smashed some stone that is falling into the oil that Phil would have very much liked, and it seems to be kind of crumbling into itself.
The oil or the pyramid?
The pyramid, because the ogre is not getting a lot of clean hits on the displacer beast, but that pyramid is taking a beating because it's not built for ogres. It's got a lot of energy.
So it's crumbly, you say?
It is starting to crumble from the top just from the sheer force of blows.
How far does my yarp go?
You don't know. You were too busy trying to not crack your skull on the steps as you blew yourself down. The
I guess I'll
pyramid.
get closer.
Okay.
I'll get closer to the oil pyramid.
Gonna try to experiment with the Skyrim Dragonborn thing.
I am
Just-
going
yep.
to try to knock the pyramid in on itself and see if I can do a twofer.
Okay. So you'll spend your turn
I mean,
moving to
he didn't
position.
need that oil anyway.
I don't get it.
You are
It's
on.
useless.
You're on top of the water with the
Good.
dwarf.
Unless you're gonna light it on fire.
Doing like the angry, like,
Yeah.
crash,
Neither of
get
you
the
were on
fuck
the
out of the
pyramid.
water.
I light it on fire.
God,
2 to 1.
At least it's not,
not a
one
three
and
and a
three.
one.
do you want me to try for the 3?
No.
Ooh.
Actually, the way you're rolling, I have been so tempted because you've been wrong so badly.
Do it.
But I'm gonna keep that. You're not drowning,
Can I grab the dwarf?
but you're still in the water. No, you have you roll 3,
Yeah, you don't get an
but you do get a rust.
Yep.
Yay, rust. No dwarves.
Dwarf failed, but he got something good. He has 2 hands on the side, but he lost.
It's very buoyant.
He has 2 hands on the side, but he is not in a position to attack or harass you in any way right now. Okay, so if we do go here, carry the 2. Go ahead and roll to aid him with your chicken scratch versus his knowledge of the ship.
Oh, hey,
Hey, just a little help from the friends.
5 and 2.
So, yeah, I am tired of this gag, so we will move on. As amusing as it was.
It did kind of reach its climax.
Just for record's sake, let's see what the 5 would have been. Yep, that's what I suspected.
Would have been a 2.
Yep, we'll have gone back to
That's
that.
a lot of
What's up,
force.
Meeples? Phil, thanks for the hands up. Coral Island videos. It's been
Oh, nice, yeah. Hey, Wes. Yeah,
Hey,
Coral,
Wes.
Coral Island is my favorite farm sim on the other side of Stardew. Such a good one. I mean, it's one of the few S tiers out there, to be honest.
Jane's the coconut king.
Well, that's a different one, but yes.
That was Coral. Maybe it was something else.
That's Spirit of the Island.
Spirit-
Oh yeah, Spirit.
Yep.
Look, you can forgive me for.
There's a lot of islands.
There's a lot of
Yes,
islands.
and you're not as much into the farm sim
I am not.
because you know how addictive it would be.
I do. That's why, specifically, why I don't play.
Fair.
All right, so like da da da. Oh, yeah. Okay, sir, I need your promise not to be angry at me.
I promise I will direct my anger towards something or someone else.
Wonderful. He points to the row of chairs in your box by the jacuzzi. Middle one.
That's why you kept coming back here. You're
What?
following the map.
There are goons. There is an elf. I'm going to throttle somebody, and I have valid targets. I checked the
Valid.
chair.
Valid
Angles.
targets.
You don't see anything exactly in the chair, but as you're kind of looking at it, you realize there is kind of like a step right above it, and you get the inclination that, you know, it looks like someone kind of cut the carpet and then literally bobby pinned it back together with 1 or 2 pins. It was kind of a rush job, but you can see where it was cut away.
Rip. Not dealing with trying to extract that time.
Okay. So you look at it and you come up with it, and under it there is a treasure box with a lock in it.
I Pull out the key.
Mm-hmm.
I unlock the box.
Okay.
Boom.
You are.
There's a non-zero chance.
box
It's just
is
a random
exploding.
silver fucking key I found somewhere. It might not fit the lock.
You see a silver pin that distinctly has some beautiful metalwork in it with some painting. And it looks like a silver raven with a white horseshoe facing downward.
Oh no.
It is exuding magical power.
Hey, Braden, come here.
Uh-huh.
Fuck is this?
Fuck is that?
Well, it looks like Shane's symbol for the corrupt overlord from the Meeples, the individual one.
That's what it was.
Use it.
You probably don't want that falling in the wrong hands.
Yeah, that good call. So you know how Meeples have like symbols for their
Yes.
Sure. That's Shane's.
It's a pen.
I see that.
Any idea what this does?
No, but you probably shouldn't let it fall into the wrong hands. In many cases, I would say yours qualify, but under the circumstances, don't give it to the goons.
I will
Don't
have
give it
you
to
know
Callahan
that I am very responsible in day-to-day normal life.
Also, don't give it to Callahan, and I would say you could give it to Phil because there's a 70% chance it'll end up at the bottom of that pool where
I'm
nobody
sure-
will get it.
Yeah, I've showed up in here 3 times. Every single time he's been in the process of drowning. I don't think that's ideal.
I'm aware. I haven't really been able to find a way to help him with the limitations I've been told for
I wish I had that
token.
flare gun. I'd yarp him into
A
the oil
winch
and
would
start a
help.
whole fire.
I don't have a winch I can throw in there.
We have a winch.
We do have that.
They could find one, I'm sure. Anyways,
You do have a flare gun, and there's an oil pyramid with an ogre attacking a displacer beast.
How would that help?
I possess 3 shots. 2 goons, 1 elf.
Well, if you want your guys back,
That'll be fine.
and the pyramid's gone, they can double team a dwarf to try not to drown.
I have a fancy pen that I'm now going to be drawing on this map paper with to see if I can make it do things.
Pin, P-I-N.
It's a pin.
Oh, pen. Okay.
Would you like to put it on?
I thought it was a pen too.
Seriously tempted.
but yes. Trident's being Trident's being very helpful. And
yeah.
Tribbles is
Well, let's be honest, most coconuts are nice.
I
For me,
have a big old dragon muzzle. I'm going to take that tin
mm-hmm.
and I'm going to just tuck it back in there.
Okay.
Because that's a dumb place for anybody to look because fire comes out of that place.
Yeah,
Also,
plus
it's
you
filled with very pointy teeth.
bite their hand off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
So yeah, I'm just do that and hope that that doesn't become relevant.
Cool. Roll your dice.
Please.
Behold, for I have been
Please.
plucked.
It's 2 and a 3.
Please.
Oh.
It can't be good.
No.
It wasn't a double 3.
It wasn't, but there's a lot of bad shit that. could
Although
be
double 3 at that moment would have been.
A strange yellow light in the middle of your emerges about 3 feet in front of you in the middle of your box and just pops on and off like a flickering, like a beacon. Just kind of going.
Bail out.
Anyway, while you
Why don't we
contemplate
take
that,
a leisurely stroll?
Good choice.
I'll let you
We
reroll
got
that 'cause
2.5.
I popped.
Precedence, right?
A 4.
Ooh.
the X. Yeah, that'd be a 4 though.
So that's a failure, but you have something good happen. You know, I'd say still not pulling yourself out, but you managed to somehow move enough that the rust doesn't quite set in like you expected to. Like you were delaying the inevitable, but in this case, that might be a good thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna yarp a pyramid.
Go roll for Yarp. Now I'll never get to say that again.
Damn.
Jesus fuck one.
Well, that's a 3 and a 1, which I think by far and away has been the most rolled thing in this entire campaign.
You're not
because of
wrong.
tonight alone.
Really
Wow.
is.
Do I shoot backwards?
Let's see, aiming. It comes out. You feel yourself kind of like tumble backwards a bit. Not enough to hurt you, so you're feeling okay. But then you kind of realize that not only has the ogre not been hitting the displacer beast, but it's been toying with it, and now you have its attention.
The displacer beast?
Yes, it's looking at you.
Oh.
So you guys were talking about bailing?
I was talking about taking a leisurely stroll to the private buffet.
I think that is an excellent idea.
Okay. Wonderful.
Perhaps you should close the box.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you guys start heading towards the buffet. And at first you notice that the yellow light starts following, but it stops at the edge of the box and it just flickers at the doorway you left it through.
You know what? That's probably a very unhelpful beacon at this point.
Let's hope it stays that way.
Also, whichever iteration of you rigged that with that stupid beacon,
That's a real good question.
You from Insight, you get that the pin did it because it didn't go copacetically with being on your person.
Oh, the pin's up.
it does have a Shane symbol on it, so I suppose that's to be expected.
It does, yes.
Could have been worse.
Definitely could have been.
We almost got there. Okay, so Phil's trying not to drown. This seems like a recurring theme this game. Hey, you did it, but something bad happens. You get out, but you get another thing of rust.
Whatever happened to the dwarf?
Good question. He's been failing his rules. He gets out.
Son of a bitch.
Now wrestle each other back into the water.
Counterpoint, at this point, just throwing yourself down the pyramid honestly sounds like an
Ooh.
Solid. Might break some of that rust free.
So, Callahan, you see this place beast blink, and then it appears halfway down the pyramid towards you.
Yeah, I'm gonna yarp that pyramid again.
Okay. I assume in the direction of this placer beast?
Yeah.
I need you to exhale this time.
Yes.
Oh no!
Exhale.
So he rolled a 2 and a 1, and the 1 came out immediately and just
Yeah, it just bricked right on the table, like didn't even move.
Oh my god.
But that's just a fail. So do I just like not get one off?
No! They rolled plenty of good numbers.
thaumaturgy. Oh shit! With no effective attack. You just everybody in the auditorium hears you yell, "Oh shit!" and you are being laughed at right now.
I'm cool with that.
Buffet time, huh?
I'm gonna run.
Yeah, I reckon it's buffet time.
Back up the hill.
I head towards the ogre.
So far, so good.
Ogre in oil.
Okay, since you're going to the private buffet area, which also has the various monitors, are you just looking at the whole area? Are you going straight to the food? Are you...
Going to the bar. That's where the healing potions sleep.
Cool. Alrighty.
It also might be where the oil sleeps.
Nathan, what are you up to? Just following him, or...
Following him.
Cool.
We have the thing. I figure at this point, splitting the party is now a terrible, terrible idea.
I love the fact you say this meta-wise as you guys are walking away from the battle. Anyway,
We're
They're-
walking away from
They're
the
not
battle.
in the party. They're in the arena. There's a very big difference.
Cool.
You can't split the party any more than it already has been.
roll me dice and let me know how that goes. So, Callahan, you have a displacer beast that has closed in on you quickly.
See?
Would you like to do something about that?
Going to start running up the pyramid.
Oh, so you're like trying to pass it on the
Yes.
roll for it. I love it.
Yeah, that'll work.
People continue to laugh at you as you are putting on a show because it blinks out coming down at you. You sprint up and you literally just swap places with where it was.
Works for me. The key is to not be where the displacer beast is.
It's true.
So
That's very true.
you are out of the water and looking at the dwarf
Cat's also
who's
panicking.
been trying to kill.
Can I grab said dwarf and like just roll down the stairs?
You can if the dice cooperate with you.
Right, like that's actually happened this game.
Oh!
It has.
Oh, so you just had to trade strategy. Shuffle his head, and wow, they're not even there to see that. He's busy running for his life.
We
You-
have the
You
monitors.
just grab the door. Oh yeah, you see it on the roof. You
Yeah.
just grab it. You're like, I assume something that you think is quippy, like I made a metal, bitch, and then dives down and just rolls down the steps, smashing the dwarf as he goes.
It's probably worse.
That's
than
And
the
in
dwarf.
first view, this is the most obvious strategy that was right there, and he just kept trying to drown instead.
I mean, in his defense, the rust is probably helping him keep the dwarf in place.
Yeah.
What's the dwarf going to do? Move the rust?
Yeah. Yep. Alrighty, so I'm gonna give those both to you because you guys are rolling so badly. I even feel sorry for you, which is kind of why I love these. 'Cause I don't know how you keep doing it.
It is genuinely an aberration in statistics.
We
Yeah.
rolled a 6 and a 1 and a 5 and a 3, by the way. So
It's like you all get my luck when we come to this game, which I fully appreciate, DM. But that being said, you get a basic healing potion that the project is able to find with the secret bottle, which, by the way, is the thing most small town bars actually have. I find about half the time it's whiskey, half the time it's moonshine. Sometimes it's schnapps when you're disappointed. But
that's fair.
yeah, I mean,
We
one
might
time.
need that.
And you were talking to. You doing what again?
I was just following him,
Okay.
but now that I'm thinking about it, hey, you remember that announcement before the match started, where the captain was asking who the great entertainer was that he spotted,
Uh
and how they showed Phil?
huh. Was it the captain asking for that?
It was like head director of entertainment.
The head director.
Somebody higher.
Yeah.
Do you think we should maybe tip them off that he's currently getting the shit kicked out of him in the ring?
That would be a good way to get him out of the ring.
I think
And I don't think he's going to make it to round 3. I'm kind of
There's a
impressed he's
round
making it out of
3?
Round 2.
yeah.
Oh.
No, there isn't. But you don't know that.
You should,
I don't know, with the terror on your face, if I had Thursdays off again,
Yeah,
I
we
would
could
make
look.
a round 3 to be honest. No, for our lovely meeples who are saying about this.
Was there a way to contact the head of entertainment in that thing? Like where he was or how to get a hold of him? Or was it just.
like a direct line through the ship phones or something like that?
I can just ask the bartender and say, yeah, I can send a message through.
Oh,
Might take a
wonderful.
few minutes because he's a pretty busy man, but
That's fair.
Okay,
This
cool.
fight's going to be a moment because the man that he's looking for is currently rolling down a pyramid with a dwarf.
yeah, he's kind of looking at the monitor. Like, yeah, it's been a weird level of strange and incompetent.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything quite like it.
Us either.
I mean, he set up a really good counterweight maneuver there. I mean, the dwarf's on the bottom every stair. I don't know how he's even doing it.
Yeah, I wonder why he spent all that time trying to swim.
I'm assuming he was trying to 4D chess it and give himself rust to better hold the dwarf in place, but I don't know why he felt the need to go to such extreme lengths.
Stupid robot got you.
Yeah. Prime Directives definitely messed up in the head.
I kind of figured the dwarf just knew what the fuck he was doing.
Well, that obviously isn't true because he fell in the water too.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Like, how do you throw away an advantage like that?
Okay, so you're saying further up the pyramid.
Yes. Heading towards the ogre.
Would you like to continue that? Would you like to stop where you are, or what do you?
I'm still heading towards the ogre.
Okay.
Can I see it?
Yeah, he is in such a fury. He is flashing hot oil, and the top of the pyramid is getting shakier and shakier.
Yep, this is my plan. How how wide apart are these pools?
Like each pyramid, or like
Yeah.
this? I mean,
Not each pyramid from each other, but at the top there's
there's like a big square pool that's just oil.
how big?
Probably originally probably 20 feet long by 10 feet wide, but it started crumpling in a bit. So there's kind of a small waterfall of hot oil going down one side. There's some stones crumpling in.
Okay.
So there's quite a bit around.
Okay. Yep. Still heading for the top.
Okay, you can get there in your turn, and you can do one action because you were heading on a dead sprint last turn.
Was okay. So my action is going to depend on what I see at the top.
Uh-huh.
When I get to the top, am I looking ahead at the 10-foot section or the 40-foot section?
10 foot.
I'll try to jump over it.
Hold it.
Over the pool of boiling oil.
This will all be good. Roll for it.
You want to pray to the Lords of Chaos before you roll that?
Oh, give me some big money.
Fancy mask.
Ooh, double to 5s, 10.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the mask kind of like suddenly do math, and you feel your legs actually jerk up.
Trajectory.
Like you actually know how to long jump in this body, which is strange, but you clear it without an issue.
Neat.
Tail behind you. Like
That's what I want.
And Ogre sounds confused, has stopped being angry to sound confused, but a good 20 feet away from you.
No, I just.
Yeah.
Did you know
I'm assuming the displacer beast is following.
I mean, I figured like
Yeah, it is popping back up.
So
We're getting back into it, so.
maybe the ogre can take a shot. I don't know.
Yeah, the dwarf. He dead, Jim.
Cool.
You are rusty and covered in bloody dwarf remains
Oh.
that are sticking to your rust.
I'll like let go, and I will.
As a terrifying sight, that'll give some young children who shouldn't be watching this nightmares. But rich parents,
Yep.
Yeah.
really not parenting. You do have a partner by the hot oil.
Yeah. And hot oil sounds like a decent place to be at the moment.
Exactly. I came here. I was like, if Phil wants to be anywhere, it's right at the top of this goddamn mountain.
You gotta meet up. It's gotta be there.
Right.
I'm going up. Can I see where it's like trickling down the side? Like,
Yeah,
is that
yeah, there's
on
like
my
a
side?
yeah, it's a small amount. It's not going to help you enough right there because you can't like roll in or anything. But
Well,
you get the sense of
I want to kind of like start getting the hands as I go.
Does help with climbing.
Give us the phalanges.
Yes.
They're forks.
Yes, I will start heading up the mountainside.
Yeah, okay.
The pyramid side.
I did it at a full sprint.
Yeah, I don't think he knows how anymore.
It's true.
I know how. It's just not happening.
You get a note back saying that they can't pull someone out of an active arena. However, if he should be one of the winners tonight, if you would be so kind as to bring him up to the advanced bar here, that they would be happy to give them an upgraded pass so they could discuss his higher level employment on the ship.
Nobody gives a shit about the lizard. It's the man keeping him down.
You didn't
anything.
audition. He auditioned accidentally, but he auditioned
And he killed it.
and he killed it.
Yeah, fairly.
You have a double jointed tail.
Just like the dwarf.
And how are you guys doing for time? It is 10:20. I know Bill has the bus going. I still have one more week off, so we can make this. We can easily wrap it up next time.
How much time we got?
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna do a full wrap up tonight unless you really want me to cram it together. Plus, I kind of want to see if this luck follows you to the next week.
Okay, I'm down.
Sounds
We can
like
hold
really
off.
bad
All right.
adventure one.
I'm fine
Cool.
with that.
I'll go with that.
Because it seems like you guys are waiting, and you guys are trying. Let's see if we can. And we might be able to finish off the arena fight in another 15 minutes. Let's see if we can do that. You good for that?
That'd be a good.
Lizards
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be a good wrap up point.
Lizards are good eats.
So, you guys are getting served complimentary drinks and one of the few relaxing moments you have had in a while.
Just sitting there.
Is there a
paranoid,
window
keeping my
on
eye-
the
You
outside?
notice in the premiere area there, it seems like each guest gets kind of like a not only like a personalized helper, but they are like bodyguard size.
Oh, nice.
Like whatever problems you have, they're not happening in this part of the ship. You might get followed, but
Basically, there is-
you're getting your last little bit of rest before the
You're,
real
you're
bullshit
allowed to
happens.
you're allowed to murder people in
Yeah.
the hallways if you pay enough, but there are still safe zones you can't pull back.
But since you have a literal artifact pinned to your mouth, let's go ahead and roll those dice again since you did fail the first time.
Yay!
Aha.
Double threes. Threes. Ooh, double fours.
Double
Oh.
fours.
You feel,
Fucking great time to get them.
you feel a weird tingling kind of go away. That was kind of concerning you there. And as that kind of comes off, you feel this strange sense of what's going on in the ship. And you get information that you don't know how you have, but there is no question whatsoever. You should head to the Museum of Favorite Oddities. That there were things there that will help you with your final task for the team building exercise.
You will hear me mutter to myself. Fuck, that wasn't just a random side thing. They actually said that at the table. Brayden,
Uh-huh.
gotta go rob a museum.
Right now?
Check the back of your map for a hidden map.
I mean, we could maybe wait, but we shouldn't wait too long. There's shit that we're gonna need.
How do you know these things? Also, you're the one with the stealth. Shouldn't you be the one robbing the museum?
I'm afraid to go alone. I have a feeling that either the elf lady or the goons have some way of tracking this bullshit.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, alright.
As for how, I think the pin is interacting with something.
It's your spleen.
We need to remove your spleen.
You don't get to eat my spleen just because you're a lizard now.
Well, then, I guess we'll be museum bound.
Okay. You gonna wait for the rest of them, or give them a few moments to catch up, or are you just gonna go straight for it?
We're gonna go straight for it with
We
having
have-
the bartender send notice to get him
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah,
If they survive, come find us, type thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody cares about the lizard.
I said them.
We care about the lizard.
And also,
You're
if
good-
you'll recall, there's a whole plate of
I
bacon
was
in
gonna
it
say,
for you.
you're gonna
when you
feel
live.
so guilty when you see all that
I
bacon
am.
in the back. Yeah.
I am.
Shut the hell up.
Okay, so you are across the oil. The displacer beast reappears. The ogre, throws a stone at it. How it commences. One of the heads of the displacer beast is still giving you the side eye.
Okay, so they're fighting.
Yes.
But
So
the Splitter Beast just had one head. Well, it's one of them is looking at me. I getcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, is it my turn?
yes. we'll
Yeah,
just-
I will try to yarp.
Okay. Are you yarping like into the pyramid? One of the particular enemies?
Well, I can't yarp the Displacer Beast because I can't see him.
I mean, yeah, he pops back in place. Like once he blinks into existence, he's there. Well, I guess he is doing the. Your yarp covers an area. If you hit it, you would hit it.
Then I will yarp the Displacer Beast.
Okay.
And if I miss, I'll hit the.
Oh, you're trying to line up the.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Give it a shot.
It's a 4. +1 from the mask isn't enough.
I mean, I could let that stand, but I could have you reroll the 5 and see how funny, or the 4 and see how funny this gets.
It's true.
So 4 and 1. Let's reroll that 4. That isn't
Six.
funny.
7.
I hit it!
I think most of the rest of the table would disagree.
Absolutely.
That is much better than a 5, but I like the cut of your jib, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you for appreciating it. Yeah. So yeah, with the mask that puts you above, and you just kind of hit it, and you're a very weirdly house cat. And it just like flies off the top. Like you have no illusion this will actually be like a killing blow, but it's gonna be unhappy however it lands.
Coated in
Possibly.
oil?
Yeah, it is. It's skid across the top a little bit, so it isn't coated in oil, but it's gonna take some fall damage because it's not in control of its hit right now.
Excellent.
Got it.
I'll keep heading up the pyramid, I guess. As I go, I'm grabbing oil and kind of rubbing joints, trying to get the arms freed up.
I'll have my fun. Roll to dodge.
I'll
always have my fun. Roll to dodge.
There's a cat.
My other thought was to punch at the cat as it came down, but
You may get that opportunity.
dodge. 9?
6 and a 3.
Let's re-roll at 6.
Come on.
I have faith you can get it.
Oh, he
What if
pretended.
maybe
to
get it off the.
Can I catch the kitty?
Double
I don't think you want to
Double
catch
The 6 and 6
I caught the
result
kitty.
in double 3. I was gonna say, I think the very bad thing that happens is you do catch the kitty, and it's very upset as you then both go tumbling down the pyramid as it bites at you. So go ahead and take an injury.
Nice kitty.
Excellent.
Oof.
Boy, that puts you 2 injury and 2 rust.
He's not okay.
3 rust.
3. Oh,
He's really not okay.
you shouldn't fall in water again before the end of this fight. I'm just gonna put that out.
Are you just rolling back up the other pyramid at this point? Is that what
No,
your
we're
goal
going
is?
down the
and
pyramid.
then up the other one?
I don't think we have enough momentum for that.
Yeah, after you hear the meow, you then hear a dun, 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 with the laugh.
Click, 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 click.
You can
Get him, Phil!
nice teamwork. Anyway, well, so you hear a loud. You two, as you're starting to head to the museum, hear a loud cheer coming up around the TV screen, which you haven't heard much of in this fight, and you turn just to catch that whole thing on the screen.
You can't make this shit up.
Is Callahan's aim good or bad?
Like you just went, yeah, you just went from that went so well to so bad
I
in a
would
3
say
second
it's
span.
good.
But
I don't-
he pegged Phil straight on. I don't think they're trying to kill each other.
Oh no, that's just karma.
That was a tumbling cat. Nobody can control a tumbling cat.
That's just karma for round.
That's
Oh,
chaos
fair
incarnate. It's an oil up cat falling down a pyramid.
You got a little bit of oil delivered to it.
Well, you have an ogre trying to head your
So
way.
what the fuck's he gonna do?
The ogre
about
does
it?
see me. That was going to be my next question.
I mean, a cat just yowled, and a big metal thing just started
Hopefully they got
going down
TVs
the
on
steps.
there.
So it's hard for him
I
not to
hope
turn his
so.
head.
Well, but Phil was on the other side, wasn't he?
You're all kind of coming up one angle.
Okay.
Yep.
So the ogre's
because he
coming
had to come
towards
that
me,
direction.
but he looks bad. What are her stats at?
Yeah, he is scratched up. He is not happy. He's not doing well, and he is going with a definite limp.
Definite limp, you say?
And let me see. What languages, odd languages do you understand?
Giant.
You? Oh. Yeah, so you do understand him. I'll burn it. I'll burn it all if I have to. And you hear your mask say, I don't think it's a bad idea. I just don't think we want to be on the pyramid when he does that.
You know what? I'm going to try to charm the ogre. Get the cat! Get the cat!
Okay.
Let's get it! Oh, bad. Damn it.
Oh, a 3 and a 1. My old
3 and a 1.
my old Fred is back again.
Yay.
He didn't fall for it.
No, he is limp charging at you.
Yeah, that'd do it. That's
That would, in fact,
ogre.
do it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my plan. It's not a good plan.
Is
So,
it to eat yourself back down the steps?
Phil, you are getting mauled by a very angry giant panther nightmare tentacle kitty.
Uh-huh.
It's so cutty.
At this point, we're in a tumbling ball of fur and metal.
And tentacles.
Oh,
Eat
and
the
tentacles.
Yeah, you hit a point where it stops the tumble and it's coming at you, so feel free to act. Would you like to dodge? Would you like to attack? Would you like to try to bear hug it down the pyramid steps like you do with the dwarf?
I was actually gonna go there because I figure if we're like somewhere in that tumble, I'm just gonna squeeze.
And just see if you can just drive, like,
Squeeze.
like repeatedly pile drive it just over
I
and
mean,
over
the
again.
ideal scenario would be to grab it and squeeze it and jump in the boiling oil.
Yeah, but I
I'm
think
nowhere
they're
near the
probably
boiling oil.
Yeah, he keeps getting pushed into the pyramid.
Eh?
dead. 3.
It's a bit
Worse.
Could have been worse.
Come on, Bill, burn it. Reroll that 5. Make it a 3 or a 6. Either way, entertain us.
Got 50-50 shot here. You can do this, Phil. That's one. Double.
That's a 3.
I'm out.
Oh my god.
Double.
Yeah, no, you might be fucking dying.
I'm out.
You might be dead.
So, I think a weirdly appropriate thing, since you're heavily rusted, would be
Ceasing up.
you take a wound, and I think it takes off your, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that would be your right arm.
It cut it off.
It just sliced through the rust, and his left arm comes off.
I don't want to fight this kitty.
It's a bad kitty.
It's a bad kitty.
I would rather be fighting the ochre.
Well, congratulations
Not gonna lie.
for doing that.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
who knows? Maybe in just a minute the kitty will help you
Am
out
I
in the order.
incapacitated or am I still up?
You're
Only
still
3 wounds.
you're still up. You're not happy because you're at 3 wounds and 3 rust.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're up.
Me?
You are gonna have a lot of negatives on any fancy move you try.
Him or me?
Well, yeah, he just got
The one who's on death's
multi-cast.
door
Oh.
somehow, despite being a robot.
Robot. Bad robot.
Oh, and it was a very bad 3. Plus, that was just a wound. I'm also gonna say one of your sideburns comes unwelded. It just
popped off.
pops off and it's like doing what his
okay.
ball did in golf with your friends was just one step at a time. So slow, just so
Peeking
sad.
down the
It's like
pyramid.
somehow watching slow motion in real time. It's just that one sideburn just keeps going down the pyramid.
Oh yeah, I am.
Like there has to be a wizard in the audience that's fucking with that just to make that happen. But it's a very cinematic effect.
Nice.
I can't fault the wizard.
He saw his opportunity and he took it.
That is what heroes do.
I'm gonna go fucking rage ass goblin mode on the orc or the ogre and try to slash his limping leg.
Okay, go for it.
9.
5 and a 4.
Now you re-roll at 5. So show me up and roll a 4. Let's get it done. That's what happened last time.
Still +1 from the attack.
Yeah.
And I'm raging. I don't know if that matters.
You're raging and you have the mask, so yeah, that is a success. And a good thing happened, so I'm gonna say that is just a clean cut. Like when he goes down, he goes down.
Right for
And
that.
I'm gonna say the other good part is you notice that he is reaching for what looks like a very large and crude fire starter.
Yes.
Which also means you probably don't want to be standing on top of the pyramid with oil everywhere.
Right.
But you see it.
Yes.
Would you like to start moving away?
Yes.
Okay. I hope the microphones call that because that was amazing.
Yes.
As was your manic grins whispering yes. Bill,
I was
would
gonna
you
go after it.
like to take your arm and try to beat the?
Yeah, I was gonna do that actually.
I was gonna say
Beat him to death with the wet
you
end.
get the inherent idea that this is such a chaotic, weird thing that you somehow get another +1 if you use it as a weapon.
Yeah, I was gonna pick up the arm that came off
He
and
is that
smack him
proficient.
across the face.
There you go.
Hey, it even did something.
9 and a 3 +1 -1.
Still gotta be over 7.
Yeah, you have a bunch of minuses, it would still get you 7. I'll contemplate. Here's the thing. I know if I screw with you, you're gonna roll that 6 into a 3. So remember that one time I was nice to you, and you are beating that displacer beast to death with your arm. But yes, for the sake, let's see what would have happened. Told you.
Fucking cold.
Other arm comes
I
off.
feel like every time we do the chaos campaigns, I am a god. I am calling it completely.
It would have been funnier if the other arm ripped off while
As you were swinging.
with it, and you went into Black Knight mode, and you're just, it's just a scratch.
Be glad that real life is intervening at 10:35, or I absolutely would have had.
Yep.
Yep. So, okay, he is beating to death with one arm. I assume you are kind of rushing on the side. Would
Yeah.
you like to try to warn him as you are sprinting by?
Is he fireproof?
Maybe when he's not rusted out.
Would you like to full body tackle him and ride him like a sled down the side of the
He is
pyramid?
beating what looks like a dead kitty with his own arm.
Did it die?
It has a leg twitching, but it's that kind of twitch when someone has taken that spinal cord injury.
I'm still in rage mode, so I can't talk. So I think I will full on tackle him and ride him like a toboggan.
Okay. Roll for the clean tackle.
Tackle coming out.
Beautiful.
No, it's a 7.
You have a hat. Yeah, your mask gets you a 7.
All right.
Bill, roll to not take damage as you get sideswiped as you are in rage mode.
Hey,
You rolled well.
Well, that was nice one, so I am going to make you re-roll a 5.
Yeah.
Because I would have killed you with the other one.
Hey,
I was up
still
for double 4.
See, it's not hard to earn it. Come on, guys.
Quiet, you're
Well, if you don't like
What was
it,
on
you
the
can run the
fourth
same
tier?
system against
Did
me
we
for
even get
players
to the fourth
someday.
tier?
I might. It
There was
seems
no-
we
Oh, there was
some
no
fun.
It is amazing as DM. So, yeah, you get tackled and you're about to turn and hit him and you realize that, oh, it's Callahan, and you follow the right way and he's tobogganing you down as a massive explosion takes out the top of the pyramid, and that beautiful oil is fire. That is... Well, you were going straight up the oil, weren't you? Roll to see if the fire catches up to you as you are tobogganing down the side.
Yes, flee from
Actually,
the
since you're on the toboggan, you should roll for that too.
I got up, Phil.
Fucking up, there's another 4.
3 into 1. Well, you're gonna keep that. You're gonna re-roll your 5.
4.
Hey, it is a
Score.
All right. With the mask, you're like, you hear, bail, 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 and at the last thing, you just leap off. You're like,
Oh, the only oxen free.
this oil is not, and you feel a flare go through you, and yeah. Do you want a 4th injury or do you want a 4th rust?
Shit.
It's got to be an injury, right?
I kind of feel like it's gotta be if he's so rusted a kitty cat can cut through him with a claw. Yes, it was a tentacle demon kitty cat, but it was a kitty cat.
Yeah.
I figured the
Bad
4th
kitty.
rust will, like, lock me up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
I'm gonna assume since they want me to work, they will get me to oil. I'll take the rust.
Okay.
Do something. Carry me.
You're too heavy.
Hit
That's
the
why I
ball.
didn't go after you in the water.
Like, all right, we have our 2 final winners, and so
I'll grab his arm and wave it around.
he can't stop you.
That back.
Yeah.
You try to say,
Arm!
you realize that, oh, you're locked up. Like, and behind your eyes, you get this blue screen, like, error, like, just lines of computer screens, like, 401, rebooting, file not found, right arm,
I'll high five his other hand. Bam.
file found, ... disconnected. Hey,
Well,
and
it's
then
a
you,
good
and then you
thing
see a
we
blue
already
screen
arranged
as
for
you
him to
can't
get-
communicate that says,
Take it.
wow, Phil, I mean, really messing up those dice rolls, but I hope you're having a good time. Love, Shane. Parentheses, the chaos one. Parentheses, this chaos one. Parentheses, the one responsible for the Titanic bullshit.
Comma, dick pic. Cuss.
And I think that is a good place to set up for the 3rd session.
I think so.
Indeed.
So thank
I
you.
don't even feel remotely bad about turning you yellow at this point because I think you're more rust than yellow.
What's incredible to me is that you guys rolled so badly. I felt bad enough for all of you to give every single one of you one freebie this session.
I did okay.
You did okay. You were the one. I think you're the one who actually didn't get a freebie. And this is still where we ended.
Shit went bad.
I saved your life.
You rolled so many 3-and-1s. I had to ask for so many fewer rerolls this time around. It just kept happening.
There just weren't a whole lot of things where you could actually make it work.
Yep.
Yeah,
saved
Phil
your
is
life.
not in a good place right now, Death Side. That is for sure.
Yeah.
So
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
So all of you stopped by. Thank you. It's amazing. I have one more week here before I am headed back to work. So seems oddly appropriate that we finish off that way.
Kind of is.
Yeah.
So, and plus, like, let's be honest. If we all play through Dracula, we know Callahan wouldn't stand a chance against me. So we're making it fair
Yeah.
again.
I am the best Dracula. Look at me, Renfield. I'm
So
eating
what-
chicken
so
and
what I'm
drinking wine.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down my prediction of what I would have done to mess with you, And I just feel like I'm on fire today. I feel like guaranteed that once the game ends, I will just take out that piece of paper, show it to you, and it would have been the one thing that would totally fuck you over. Like, I'm just on fire right now, calling everything.
Maybe.
Yes.
Oh.
Excellent.
Yeah, the number of double 3 rerolls I could have had on you, but I'm not looking to kill you all yet. Let's at least get to
You did a
session
good
3
job.
first.
You
Look.
genuinely had to stop trying.
I'm gonna
just to let
have to use this line from the position of God, which is something I've never had to do before. I can only help you so much if you don't help yourself.
Chaos Shane may be,
You are a
may be
punk.
chaotic, but more than pure chaos, he's trying to tell a good story.
He is. And
Oh,
some people
God.
are making it hard. And some people are making it easy. And sometimes that person's the same.
Not
You're
gonna
not
lie.
lying.
The last one shot we played, I almost didn't get to go on the adventure because my dice rolled so badly at the start.
Yeah. So, if I'm correct,
Yep.
let's confirm.
Hmm.
The biggest enemies this session were water
Phil.
and map reading.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
correct.
I love this group.
Look, I was just talking about on Tuesday how water is the deadliest substance on Earth.
I mean,
Oh, thanks,
honestly, I put water above even map reading because
I would too.
it showed up twice. But it also is of note that I was reading a map that I fucking made.
So yeah, love the system. It works good with this group because we have a bunch of people who, I'm tired, so I'm not gonna say this politically correctly. They don't get hurt when they get screwed with. They have a good time with it. They are happy to give each other as much trouble. So for groups like that, it's just a fun system because, I mean, the fact you open the door like I can't read my own handwriting. Should I roll for that? Open the door, so run through it, buddy. Just it makes for a good story.
Yeah.
So I hope all of you are entertained. I'm having a blast. So hopefully we can do this more often as, I stack up vacation days and go through a year without trying to almost die every other month. I
Yeah,
should
if
stop
you
Would
doing
be
could,
that.
good to avoid.
It's
Yeah.
a good plan. It's a good plan.
If you could, that'd be
Hard
great.
that looks, yeah.
Mhm.
And my whole team misses me because I didn't know that Wednesdays are apparently our team meeting now. They changed that while I was gone.
Oh, good to know.
But when I dropped in, that meant everyone was there when I stopped in last night, so it was delightful.
Oh, that's one.
That's cool.
And I'll just say this, chauvinist or not, as a single guy, it is great having like 9 women yell your name and run at you. It's like, oh, dead night. And I feel good all of a sudden. Imagine that. Place to be. Anyway. Alrighty, do we have like a formal sign off anymore, or did we stop doing that months ago?
Piss off.
That's
Good
not-
night, Phil.
Just
Kids.
because you're just
Okay.
so just because you lost both your arms.
Wow.
All right. Well, love all you guys. Thank you so much for putting up with our chicanery, and we are set up for an amazing session 3 next session. So hope you come back and enjoy it. And if you missed the first section or part of this one, the streams are going up on YouTube. I think they have to go under streams to see them now, right? Because we silent stream.
They do go on the streams, but I think they're just visible there too. I'll have to check. They've got their own
Yeah.
playlist. I'll make sure they get
If
it.
you go to our channel, you will be able to find it.
Yep.
So I have had a blast with this one for 2 sessions so far. Everyone seems to be having a good time, and we will find a way to get Phil to do something other than be an inanimate, barely movable object. Or not. We'll figure it out.
I'm sure we
I-
can find
I
something.
don't think he's even a class 6 yacht.
We can fix him. We can make him better.
He might be a Class B rusted fishing boat, like Swamp River.
Those tend to float, but they do have help because it's swamp water.
Also, yes, all of the live streams that we are simul streaming are under the live tab in YouTube.
Okay.
Yes.
And Brian will also move a copy to the set. So love you guys. You are awesome. Thank you for the new starting time and for still sticking with us. And we will see you next week. So.